So. Hallo. Boah, das war schnell hier. Hallo, hallo, hallo. Es geht heute das erste Mal bei mir mit einem GeoGuessr-Stream los. Und das Ganze im Rahmen von Guess and Give, was ein großes internationales Spenden-Event ist. Genau. Und das wird sehr, sehr, sehr geil, weil das Ganze, ihr könnt das mit den ganzen Commands herausfinden, was das alles ist. Ausrufezeichen GNG oder Ausrufezeichen Charity oder Ausrufezeichen Guess and Give. Das ist einfach so ein Riesenzusammenschluss von ganz vielen GeoGuessr-Creatoren, die zusammen für gute Zwecke Spenden sammeln und sowas. Und ich habe mich auch bereit erklärt, da mitzumachen. Aber einmal schon mal vorab, deswegen muss ich ab 1 Uhr gleich auf Englisch streamen. Weil das Ganze wird auch von GeoGuessr selber übertragen. Das heißt, der GeoGuessr-Kanal schaut da auch zu. Deswegen gibt's heute auch übrigens keine Musik wegen Copyright und sowas. Aber es sollte dennoch passen. Ich habe jetzt mal eine halbe Stunde früher angefangen, damit alle Leute, die nicht ganz so familiar mit dem ganzen Projekt sind, einmal reinkommen können und dass ich das erklären kann. Aber das wird schon sehr, sehr cool. Und ich dachte mir, im Rahmen dieses Events fange ich mal was Neues an, und zwar GeoGuessr. Ich habe selber noch nie GeoGuessr gestreamt, wobei doch, ich habe 2021 einmal GeoGuessr gestreamt. Aber ich dachte mir, wäre doch ganz lustig, das mal on Stream zu machen und mal zu gucken, wie das so ankommt bei euch, weil vielleicht kann man das auch häufiger mal machen, auch abseits vom Stream. Wäre auf jeden Fall ganz lustig. Und ja, was gibt's noch zu sagen? Dieses ganze Guess and Give Zeug, das hat auch eine sehr, sehr coole, ich kann euch das einmal zeigen, auch on-stream. Bei Guess and Give, hier gibt's eine Website, schaut euch die gerne mal an. Hier gibt's nämlich auch sehr, sehr, sehr coole Activities, die ihr machen könnt, einfach for fun, wo ihr dann durch das Machen dieser Activities einfach passiv Geld für guten Zweck sammelt. Und da sind zum Beispiel Sachen bei, wie zum Beispiel so eine Imposter-Challenge, wo ihr hier beantworten müsst, welches dieser Bilder ist nicht im gleichen Land gemacht worden. Und dann könnt ihr das hier alles auswählen. Und dann gibt es 5 Seiten von. Das macht sehr, sehr viel Spaß. Oder es gibt zum Beispiel ein Giveaway, an dem jeder von euch teilnehmen kann. Es können 4 Leute eine 1-Jahres GeoGuessr Pro Subscription gewinnen, wenn ihr hier teilnehmt. Das wird am Ende meines Streams dann gleich auch noch ausgelost. 4-mal 1 Jahr GeoGuessr Pro. Das heißt, meldet euch da gerne an, kostet euch nichts und ihr könnt, wenn ihr Glück habt, GeoGuessr Pro für 1 Jahr lang gewinnen. Und wie gesagt, es gibt ja noch ganz, ganz viele Sachen. Schaut da gerne mal auf der Website vorbei. Die ist wirklich sehr, sehr gut gemacht und das ganze Event ist sehr, sehr spaßig. Generell hier die Activities finde ich sehr cool und ihr seht hier auch bei Donate, für was man da alles so sammeln kann. Hier sind die Programme, die unterstützt werden, aber Guess and Give selber ist halt auch so eine eine Organisation, Non-Profit-Organisation. Deswegen, ja, sehr cool. Und jetzt erkläre ich euch auch noch am Rande, was GeoGuessr ist. Ich streame den GeoGuessr Cup nicht. Ich habe da nicht so wirklich Interesse dran. Tut mir leid. Und es hat sich auch niemand bei mir gemeldet, der Interesse bekundet hat. Genau. Wir müssen ja auch in diesem Guess and Give Format machen wir so wie so eine Raid-Staffel. Das heißt, der eine raidet zum nächsten und zum nächsten. Das heißt, es gibt so über 3 Tage hinweg hier Programm. Das kann ich euch auch nochmal zeigen. Wo ist es? Creators. Sieht man das irgendwo? Hier, das sind alle Leute, die hier mitmachen. Sieht man irgendwo auch Schedule da. Genau. Ich streame jetzt den Timeslot gleich ab 15 Uhr und danach raiden wir dann weiter zu Dickie McKay und ihr seht, es geht hier schon seit dem 10. Juli und geht noch bis zum 13. Das wird sehr, sehr cool. Genau. Und jetzt haben wir genug gehabt. Ich würde sagen, wir machen mal eine allererste Runde GeoGuessr und ich hoffe, dass es funktioniert. Ich habe versucht, alles aufzubauen und oder vorzubereiten. Und wenn ihr nicht wisst, was GeoGuessr ist einfach interaktives GeoGuessr. Jeder im Chat kann mitspielen. Und, moin Siggi. Und genau, jeder kann mitspielen, indem, ich fange das jetzt einmal an, ihr werdet es im Chat auch sehen. Ich drücke auf Play, wir machen einmal Backseeing World. Wir fangen No Move an. So, ihr habt jetzt erstmal die Banger-Hintergrundmusik, was auch richtig gut sein wird. Ich mache hier mal die ganzen Guesses hin. So, und ihr könnt jetzt, indem ihr oben den angepinnten Link habt, einmal draufdrücken auf den Link und dann wird sich eine Map öffnen. Ich zeige euch das auch einmal schnell. Das sollte in etwa so aussehen. Und auf dieser Map könnt ihr dann überall rumdrücken und egal wo ihr hindrückt, also wenn ihr eingeloggt seid mit Twitch, wenn ihr da irgendwo hindrückt, dann könnt ihr auf Guest drücken und dann werdet ihr hier links auf der Seite angezeigt und ihr habt euren Guest eingeloggt und dann wird das mit allen am Ende dann verglichen. Also so ein bisschen wie Live-Challenges. Ich habe Guest Changing an, das heißt, ihr könnt also wenn ihr euch nicht sicher wart, dass der erste Knopfdruck falsch war, dann könnt ihr danach nochmal wechseln, nochmal auf Guest drücken, nochmal neu. Solltet ihr euch nicht mit Twitch da einloggen wollen, geht das auch. Das funktioniert genauso. Ihr drückt irgendwo hin, dann kopiert der in die Zwischenablage automatisch euren Guess und den postet ihr dann einfach hier in den Chat. Das heißt, ihr macht dann einfach Steuerung V, ohne irgendwas zu bearbeiten und dann werdet ihr auch hier links auf der Seite angezeigt. Genau. So funktioniert GeoGuessr. Und das war so, wie ich und auch viele andere Pros damals GeoGuessr gelernt haben über GeoGuessr. Also ich versuche das mal so wieder ein bisschen zurückzubringen, weil ich glaube, das wird schon richtig lustig. Weil GeoGuessr wirklich die beste Art zu lernen ist. Man kann halt immer fragen und sonst was. So, und jetzt ist No Move. Das heißt, ich schaue mich ein bisschen für euch um, dass ihr auch alles mitkriegt. Wir haben hier im Osten Berge. Der Kompass, den seht ihr auch unten links, der ist nicht verdeckt. Genau, perfekt. Und ja, ich kann hier die Guesses manuell schließen und sonst, ich glaube, sonst funktioniert alles. Ist die Musik zu laut, zu leise, zu nervig? Okay, also wir haben hier im Osten einen großen Felsberg, hier haben wir einen Fluss, der Nord-Süd verläuft, hier haben wir einen Strommast, vielleicht kennt ihr den, das ist das Google-Auto, welches wir haben, und dort hinten haben wir noch einen Waystone und rechtsfahrende Personen auf einem Moped. Und hier seht ihr eure Guesses. Ich werde jetzt nicht immer durchscrollen, ich glaube automatisches Scrollen ist an, so jetzt genau, dann seht ihr, ob ihr drin seid oder nicht. Sollte aber an sich alles funktionieren. Genau. Ich hoffe, ich habe alles richtig eingestellt. Das ist jetzt immer noch so ein bisschen die Testphase. Das sollte eigentlich klappen. So, und genau, ihr könnt euch auch mit Ausrufezeichen Flag eure Flagge geben. Das heißt, einmal, wenn ihr Ausrufezeichen Flags macht, dann kommt ein Command, welche Flaggen es alle gibt. Und wenn ihr Ausrufezeichen Flag und dann halt das Land macht, dann kriegt ihr auch automatisch eine Flagge noch also könnt ihr euch eine Flagge aussuchen, die ihr gerne haben wollen würdet. Genau. So, ich gebe euch noch, warte mal, kann ich das hier auch irgendwie einstellen? Ich mache hier unten den Timer, stelle ich mal ein. Start Timer at Round Start. Timer, ja, so machen wir, ja, 90 Sekunden ist gut. Zeit ist um. Jetzt guessen. So. Play sounds when it's time to plonk. Ja, nee, das machen wir nicht. Okay, so, jetzt solltet ihr... Genau, jetzt habt ihr einen Timer. Ich werde den jetzt nicht 90 Sekunden auslaufen lassen. Das heißt, ihr guesst jetzt einmal bitte alle und ich schließe dann gleich die Guesses. Genau, und jeder kann, wie gesagt, mitmachen. Das ist das Coole daran. Das heißt, jeder Einzelne, der hier gerade im Chat ist, kann einfach mitmachen. Ihr braucht euch nicht zu schämen, zu blamieren, tut sich hier eh keiner. Und das macht das Ganze so spaßig. Also, Wie gesagt, für die Leute, die es nicht mitbekommen haben, oben im Chat ist die Map angepinnt, da drückt ihr drauf und dann könnt ihr eure Marker damit platzieren. Genau. Ich gebe euch jetzt doch nochmal die 50 Sekunden, weil es für viele wahrscheinlich neu ist. Wir haben jetzt in Anführungszeichen erst 13 Guesses, obwohl wir deutlich mehr Leute noch im Chat haben. Vielleicht gibt es auch ein paar, die natürlich nicht mitspielen wollen, aber es schadet auf jeden Fall nicht. Hallo Nadja. Und einmal nochmal kurz an alle, ab 3 Uhr, 15 Uhr muss ich auf Englisch streamen. Ich werde versuchen, natürlich die Fragen, die ihr habt, auf Deutsch zu beantworten. Aber ich werde dann auf Englisch swappen, weil, wie gesagt, das wird alles von GeoGuessr recastet und restreamt. Und die haben halt die Policy, dass ich Deutsch streamen, auf Englisch streamen soll. Und deswegen gibt es heute auch keine copyrighted Musik. Ist die so lang, dass sie dir nicht angezeigt wird? Echt? Bei mir schon. Ich kann da runter scrollen. Ja. Gut, Zeit ist um. Wir haben 17 Guesses drin. Wie gesagt, versucht immer, bevor die Zeit hier abgelaufen ist, euren Guess drin zu haben, weil ich kann jetzt die Guesses schließen. Dann könnt ihr nicht mehr guessen. Also, nur das ist, ja, wisst. Gut, wir haben 19 Leute drin. Das passt schon. Das heißt, ich mache jetzt mal zu. Zack. Und jetzt kann ich selber guessen und ihr könnt selber nichts mehr machen. Genau, das sollte ein vietnamesisches Pole sein. Diese Strommasten gibt es nur in Vietnam. Die sind so ein bisschen zulaufend wie so ein A. Oben sind sie schmaler, unten sind sie ein bisschen breiter, die Löcher. Und solche Berge gibt es häufig sehr häufig im Nordvietnam. Deswegen dachte ich, wir sind hier irgendwo im Norden. Das Coole ist auch an GeoGuessr, ihr habt bei euch so eine Terrain-Map, die ihr anmachen könnt. Oder eine Satelliten-Map, auch bei euch auf der Map. Das heißt, es ist ein bisschen umfangreicher als einfach nur GeoGuessr. Ist auch ganz cool. Ich gehe hier irgendwo mal in den Norden, ich weiß nicht mehr, wo es genau war. Sehr gut. So, und jetzt sehen wir die ganzen Guesses. Und ihr seht auch die Flagge, die ihr so angezeigt bekommt auf der linken Seite. Und ihr könnt hier eine Streak aufbauen. Hierfür mache ich das mal aus. Also Tini ist am nächsten dran. Geospeed. Warte mal, wie mache ich das? Kann ich so ein bisschen weiter machen? So. Geospeechless, zweiter, Sophie dritter. Und genau, so wird euch das angezeigt. Und jetzt seht ihr überall, wo alle gegessen haben. Genau, nächste Runde. Und wir fangen an. Wir haben eine Steinmauer. Wir haben hölzerne Poles. Wir haben einen Berg Richtung Norden und nach Westen sind einige Hügel auch, welche ohne Bäume sind. Wir spielen gerade Bergziegen World, by the way, einfach mal so zum Testen, wie es funktioniert. Und ihr seht hier den Timer, genau, der wird euch angezeigt. Ich gucke nur, dass alles auch funktioniert. Das heißt, versucht bitte, wenn der Timer abläuft, gegessen zu haben. Und wie gesagt, Guess Change ist an, das heißt, ihr könnt eure Guesses auch mehrfach korrigieren. Es nimmt dann immer den letzten Guess, den ihr haben wollt. Genau. Soll ich mich gleich schon mal ein bisschen eingrooven mit Englisch? So, guck mal jetzt hier. Yes, jetzt guessen, sagt er. Das heißt, versucht jetzt schon mal so langsam zu guessen. Ich drehe mich gerne noch mal ein paar Mal um. Das ist natürlich ein bisschen doof, wenn der Kompass verdeckt wird vom Jetzt guessen. So, ich glaube, das passt dann ganz gut. Sieht zwar nicht mehr so ganz symmetrisch aus, aber es passt schon. Und ich mache das hier auch wieder an, dass ihr seht, dass ihr alle geklickt habt. Jetzt sieht man auch die schönen Twitch-Profilbilder mal. Die sieht man ja sonst im Chat nicht so. So, jetzt ist die Zeit rum. Ich gebe euch nochmal 5 Sekunden, dass ihr auch alle eure Guesses reinhaut. Okay, und jetzt schließe ich die Guesses. Ja, ich hätte gesagt, das sieht aus wie Irland. Einfach weil es Bergziegen World ist und Irland sehr überproportioniert noch ist. Nein, aber auch die Architektur dort hinten mit dem grauen Dach und der weißen Fassade ist sehr, sehr irisch. Hölzerne Poles gibt es in beiden Ländern. In Irland ist es so ein abgeschrägter Poletop, den sieht man hier leider sehr schlecht. Auch hier sieht man sehr schlecht, aber in UK ist er eher flach. Und ja, solche Hügel gibt es häufig in Westirland. Ich weiß nicht, wo es genau ist, ob es hier ist oder hier unten. Ich gehe mal für den unteren Guess. Okay, es war da. Sehr gut von... hör auf zu scrollen. Von der Typ, Nealipi und Silcon. Sehr, sehr schön. Und wir haben 25 Guesses drin gehabt. Sehr nice. Und damit geht's in die nächste Runde. Ja, doch, Chatguesser ist schon lustig. Okay, dort hinten haben wir ein großes Tal Richtung Süden mit schneebedeckten Bergspitzen. Hier, wo wir selber sind, ist ein bisschen auch sehr hügelig. Wir haben da hinten hölzerne Architektur. Dort hinten ist ein Dorf. Schwarze Dächer. Schafe am Hang. Hier haben wir ein Schild. Ihr könnt selber versuchen zu lesen, was da drauf steht. Ich kann es nicht so gut lesen. Aber ich gebe euch mal ein paar Sekunden, damit ihr das entziffern könnt. Ja, sonst haben wir hier ein blaues Google-Auto. Ohne Antenne. Ich würde behaupten, wir fahren rechts, weil wir innerhalb der Kurve sind hier. Und ja, das ist das Dorf dahin, das ist das Tal Richtung Süden. Und im Süden haben wir dann riesengroße Berge, schneebedeckt. So, ihr habt noch 15 Sekunden ungefähr. Versucht wirklich eure Guesses reinzubekommen, bevor der Timer abgelaufen ist. Ihr könnt ja danach nochmal adjustieren, aber dass ihr schon mal euren Guess drin habt. So, und jetzt mache ich die Guesses zu. Ich gebe euch nochmal 3-4 Sekunden. Und zack. Das sollte Frankreich sein, hätte ich gesagt. Es sieht von der Architektur recht französisch aus, hätte ich gesagt. Es gäbe noch die Option, dass es vielleicht so Ostertal in Italien wäre, aber ich glaube auch, dass das hier französisch ist. Es ist irgendwie so SY am Ende, hört sich sehr französisch an. Große Berge im Süden, vielleicht irgendwo hier in den Alpen, dass wir hier Richtung Mont Blanc sind. Vielleicht ist das sogar der Mont Blanc, ich bin mir gerade nicht so sicher, könnte durchaus sein, will ich nicht ausschließen. Ja, vielleicht wirklich direkt hier an der Grenze oder wir gucken hier irgendwo hin. Ich glaube, hier gibt es ein paar Optionen, aber ja, sollte irgendwo hier in der Region sein. Sehr gut, und Chrissy auf der 1, Wemai 2. und Fire Circle 3. Und wir haben über die ganzen Alpen verteilt Guesses gehabt, aber ich muss sagen, die Sprache war für mich leicht französisch, deswegen bin ich vor allem da drauf gekommen. Und so ein bisschen die Architektur ist für mich so französisch-alpin gewesen. Aber ich verstehe alle Alpen-Guesses und wir gehen in die nächste Runde. Okay, wir sind in der nächsten Runde und wir haben eine Ziege hier, eine Bergziege, ja. Ein Hirsch. Wir haben hier einen Bollard, vielleicht sagt ihr euch was. Mit einem Schild dort hinter. Das hier ist das Guardrail. Hier der Bollard nochmal aus nächster Nähe. Und hier schauen wir auf ein Auto hinter uns. Da ist noch ein LKW und das ist, ja, wir fahren durch so einen Canyon durch. Sehr, sehr cool. Und sonst haben wir nicht viel mehr. Wir haben dort oben noch einen Hirsch, der da oben steht. Und hier haben wir noch ein graues Schild an dieser Brücke montiert. Das ist natürlich sehr interessant. Dieses graue Schild, was dort ist. Ich kann euch sagen, das kann hilfreich sein, wer es kennt. Bitte nicht im Chat guessen. Das ist tatsächlich das Prinzip dieses Spiels hier, dass ihr nicht anderen Leuten einen Tipp gebt, sondern dass ihr selber euren Guess macht in der Chat-Guesser-Map. Also einmal, Linus, bitte versuch deinen Chat in Chat-Guesser selber zu machen. Und ihr habt noch 5 Sekunden, gebe ich euch noch. Die Zeit ist vorbei. Bitte loggt eure Guesses ein. Okay, dann schließe ich einmal die Guesses. Wir sollten hier in Baden-Württemberg sein. Erstmal der deutsche Bollard. Und dieses graue Schild habt ihr, wenn ihr meine YouTube-Shorts oder TikToks gesehen habt, wisst ihr, dass es die nur in Baden-Württemberg gibt, diese grauen Schilder. Also lohnt es sich, fleißig meine Videos zu schauen. Wenn das jetzt zum Beispiel orange wäre, wäre es ausschließlich Rheinland-Pfalz, aber als graues Schild ist es Baden-Württemberg. Und ja, ich glaube, das ist irgendwo im Schwarzwald. Ich weiß nicht mehr, wie es genau heißt. Das habe ich aber auch nur durch die Map hier kennengelernt. Das ist irgendwie so eine bekannte Straße. Ich weiß nicht mehr, wo es genau war. Die geht hier irgendwo Ost-West durch. Ich weiß aber nicht mehr, wo es genau war. Ja, aber irgendeine dieser Hauptstraßen hier wird sein. Ich finde es, glaube ich, jetzt nicht auf die Schnelle. Aber das passt schon. Ach, es war doch da. Hey, das war wirklich Bergruine Falkenstein. Hups, da ist der Irrsprung. Ich habe sogar da voll reingezoomt gehabt. Und wir haben einige 5Ks. Einmal Wayfinder und Fire Circle. Sehr, sehr stark. Man sieht hier auch die Zeit, wie schnell jemand 5Kt, wenn jemand 5Kt. Und Muffin Compiler ist auch auf dem 3. Platz. Sehr, sehr stark. Genau, also das könnt ihr euch merken. Das graue Schild gibt es nur in Baden-Württemberg. Also denkt dran, meine Videos zu schauen, dann hättet ihr das schon gewusst. Aber ja, Deutschland-Guesses. Sehr, sehr gut alle, die in Deutschland sind. Und jetzt gehen wir in Runde 5 und gucken, was wir hier haben. Okay, wir haben eine Felslandschaft nach Osten mit einem Fluss unten durch. Hier eine langgezogene Kurve, die einmal sich rumkurvt über diesen Hügel. Wir fahren rechts. Wir haben solche Nummernschilder. Auf der rechten Seite ist ein Tunnelschild platziert. So sehen die Schilder von hinten aus. Das ist das Guardrail. Und was haben wir noch? Hier haben wir noch einen Bollard von hinten. Haben wir noch einen hinten irgendwo? Zu weit weg. Hier einmal von hinten noch ein Bollard. Genau. Und sonst, das ist das Auto von hinten. Keine Antenne. Von vorne auch nichts zu sehen. Da hinten haben wir noch ein paar Häuser. Rote Dächer, weiße Fassade, würde ich sagen. Und ja, das ist es. Gebt gerne eure Guesses ab. Ja, und für alle, die jetzt erst reingekommen sind, ich erkläre das nochmal. Wir spielen jetzt gerade GeoGuessr, das ist interaktiv, da kann jeder von euch mitmachen. Also hier links seht ihr die Namen von den Leuten aus dem Chat. Ich gehe da auch nochmal, lasst es durchlaufen, damit ihr das seht, ob ihr geguesst habt oder nicht. Und ja, mitmachen kostet nichts, es hilft euch nur und die Zeit ist abgelaufen, das heißt, versucht eure Guesses reinzubringen. Der Link, wie ihr mitmachen könnt, ist oben im Chat angepinnt, einfach auf die Map drücken, draufdrücken, guessen. Und Guess einloggen, obviously. Und wenn ihr nicht eingeloggt seid mit Twitch, dann könnt ihr es immer noch hier in den Chat rein kopieren. Und ich schließe die Guesses einmal. Wir sollten in Serbien sein. Genau, Serbien hat neben Mazedonien und Nordmazedonien als einziges Land in Europa konstant keine Antenne. Das hier sind ex-jugoslawische Bollards auch. Schilder von hinten, die dunkel sind, also schwarz. Gibt es auch sehr, sehr häufig in Serbien als auch Nordmazedonien. Landschaftlich wäre Nordmazedonien wahrscheinlich etwas trockener als das, was wir hier haben. Und solche Felslandschaften sind auch sehr, sehr typisch für so Südserbien irgendwo. Ich weiß jetzt nicht genau wo, aber ja, sollte irgendwo in Südserbien sein. Und es ist hier im Westen bei Ušice. Und wir haben viele, viele Serbien-Guesses. Und der nächste Guess ist einmal von Robin, genau, sehr gut. Und zweiter ist Noah und dritter ist Noah. Oder it is Noah. Sehr gut. Und damit haben wir unser Resultat. Und hey, ich habe gewonnen. Aber wir zählen mich nicht mal mit mich nicht mit, meine Güte. Und deswegen Glückwunsch an Silcon für den ersten Platz. Ich könnte eigentlich theoretisch auch einstellen, dass man meine Guesses nicht genau sieht. Ich weiß nicht genau, wie das funktioniert. Aber ja, passt schon. Und Wayfinder für den zweiten und Fire Circle für den dritten Platz. Montenegro würde immer eine Antenne haben, entweder kurz oder lang. Nordmontenegro für gewöhnlich lange Antenne mit Rifts im Himmel. Südmontenegro für gewöhnlich kurze Antenne ohne Rifts im Himmel. Genau. Und ja, die Schilder wären auch leicht anders, der Bollard auch und das Guardrail kann so in Montenegro existieren, das stimmt schon, aber weniger häufig. Genau. Ausrufezeichen Flag, seht ihr alle eure Flaggen. Genau, und ich würde sagen, weil in 9 Minuten werden wir jetzt gleich geradet, das heißt, ich werde jetzt gleich anfangen, auf Englisch zu reden. Ich werde eure Fragen auf Deutsch noch weiter beantworten, keine Sorge. Wir machen jetzt auch mal eine andere Map. Was können wir machen? Hier Arbitrary World. Das ist, glaube ich, auch ganz gut hier für einen Einstieg. Genau. Wir fangen direkt hier an, dann könnt ihr euch die Runde schon mal anschauen. Ich gebe euch mal, während ich jetzt rede, so ein 360-Grad-Ding. Genau, also wir werden jetzt gleich auf Englisch streamen. Wie gesagt, das Ganze hier ist im Rahmen von Guess and Give, einer großen Spendenorganisation, welche von verschiedensten, also von GeoGuessr-Creatern ins Leben gerufen wurde. Vor allem hat Forge das ins Leben gerufen, auch einer meiner Mods. Und da geht es darum, dass man einfach Geld sammelt für verschiedenste Spendenorganisationen oder für Spendenzwecke. Ihr könnt das auch machen, indem ihr einfach spielt. Zum Beispiel, wenn ihr einmal auf Ausrufezeichen GNG geht, also Guess and Give, dann werdet ihr auf der Webseite, das werde ich euch auch kurz einmal hier nochmal zeigen, damit ihr einfach wisst, was alles so los ist. Ich mache das hier einmal so ein bisschen kleiner auch noch auf im Bild. Ihr seht, es gibt hier ganz, ganz viele Sachen, die ihr spielen könnt, einfach for fun. Und da sammelt ihr dann auch passiv Geld mit für diese ganze Spendenorganisation oder für das ganze Spendenziel. Ihr müsst da selber gar nichts spenden, außer halt hier mitzumachen. Zum Beispiel Imposter Challenge, macht Spaß, könnt ihr mitspielen. Das heißt, hier müsst ihr dann herausfinden, welches von diesen 4 Bildern nicht im gleichen Land gemacht wurde wie die anderen Bilder. Oder hier beim Giveaway könnt ihr mitmachen, da gewinnt ihr sogar was. Das heißt, ihr könnt da einfach teilnehmen, dann kriegt ihr ein Jahr GeoGuessr Premium oder ein Jahr GeoGuessr Pro geschenkt, wenn ihr hier gewinnen solltet. Das wird am Ende von diesem Stream ausgelost. Das heißt, für euch auch was dabei. Dann könnt ihr hier beim Bingo mitmachen oder bei den International Duels, was auch sehr, sehr cool ist. Für jedes Duel, was ihr spielt mit Leuten aus dem gleichen Land gegen Leute aus anderen Ländern, sammelt ihr passiv Geld. Genau, das ist auch sehr, sehr cool. Also es ist ein riesengroßes Event, was auch über mehrere Tage jetzt schon ging. Wir sind jetzt schon am vorletzten Tag tatsächlich. Hier, das ist jetzt mein Slot hier gerade. Und es geht noch viel weiter und ihr seht auch, GeoGuessr restreamt das alles. Deswegen müssen wir uns auch alle gut benehmen hier. Und ich mache das einmal wieder zur Seite, damit ihr die Runde auch wieder vernünftig seht. Ich gebe euch jetzt mal ein bisschen mehr Zeit. Aber die Runde war jetzt auch ein bisschen langweilig. Also wir haben hier ein Google-Auto, welches sichtbar ist. Wir fahren auf der rechten Straßenseite, auch wenn wir hier eher links fahren. Ich würde behaupten, er überholt hier das Fahrzeug. Ein Taxi mit gelben Kotflügeln. Sehr, sehr gute Meter für dieses Land. Auch NMPZ könnt ihr euch mal merken. Gelbe Nummernschilder auf einem Taxi drauf. Auch üblich für dieses Land. Und wir haben einige Palmen hier am Straßenrand. Genau. Ich gebe euch nochmal 10 Sekunden, um eure Guesses reinzuhauen. Und ja. Und ich glaube, jetzt gleich wechsle ich dann auch mal auf Englisch. Sonst komme ich gleich gar nicht mehr in das Mindset rein. Alright. Let's swap to English. So I'm prepared for the raid. And if they raid me, they are not too confused that I speak German the whole time. Okay, oops. Wir sollten in... Oh my god. Okay, we should be in Ghana. So the Ghana tape should be familiar to most of you guys. The black tape at the front roof rack on the front right, and also we have a taxi in Ghana. Normally the taxis in Ghana have yellow painting on the sides, and that's a very, very good tip to differentiate them between Nigeria. And it looks kind of coastal, southern-ish with all the palms, and that's why I'm going kind of coastal. Okay, nice. Who's copying my guess here? Wait. Okay, now that's just me with a funny border. Okay, well done to Blabu and Elenashi and Kaso. Well done for the top 3 here, and we start into the next round. And if you have questions in German, I will answer them in German. That's okay. Okay, next round, we have yellow middle lines, white outside lines, birch trees along the road, and we have a sign here saying Washburn Lake Trail Parking. I will tell you guys that it's very often the case in GeoGuessr games where people just Google and cheat. Don't do that, that's very lame. You don't win anything by Googling. Except a ban. That's what you win. So yeah, don't just Google names. You can 5K stuff, obviously there are reasonable things, but I am very aware in cheating detection, so don't try and impress me by Googling stuff. Okay, so we have Washburn Lake Trail Parking. No front plates on this one, I would assume. Yellow middle line, white outside lines, and birch trees along the road, as I said. I don't see any rumble strips on the sides, and also no cat eyes in the middle of the road. So it's very flat as well. And some ferns along the road. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say for this location. Try to get your guesses in. wir playing, oder wir spielen gerade Arbitrary World. Wie gesagt, wenn ihr Probleme habt, Englisch zu verstehen, ihr könnt Fragen auf Deutsch stellen. Ich werde sie auf Deutsch beantworten. But I should stream in English, so the whole stream will be in English. Okay, get your guesses in. I will close in 5 seconds. This looks very North American, and it looks quite cold with all the birch trees. I am not quite sure if it's Canada. Like, it looks more Canadian, but I thought that this sign with this post looks more US American. So I assume with no front plates, very northern vegetation, this should be Michigan, if it's not Canada. I'm not 100% convinced it is the US, but I kind of assumed it is. So yeah, Michigan is the only northern state without front plates, which would make sense. Okay, this is quite mean that it's Minnesota, because vegetation-wise I thought it looked Minnesotan, but yeah, no front plates is quite unusual there. Okay, nice guess from Kazo and Imut, and third place Robju, and yeah, that's some good scores from all of you guys, everyone in the North American continent. Well done. And we start with the next one. This is more doable, I would say so. So we have snow poles, we have chevrons, and we have very dark soil. Huge mountains to the northwest, and a long river going, yeah, alongside the road here, parallel kinda in the distance. There's a small village to the eastern side of this river, and the river widens up here a bit to like a small lake. And yeah, the mountains are visible quite far up to the north. I will remind you guys, you will have terrain also on your GeoGuessr map, so you can use terrain to figure out where exactly you are if you want to do that. Yeah, we have a turn to the northeast, which turns 180 degrees, and after that I cannot really tell. And to the south, it also slowly turns in a 180 degree turn, and then in the distance again. So I would assume we can see some 5Ks here. We have no car. I would assume, based on landscape, there's only one option for the car color, but yeah, I don't see this, so I can't really tell you. And yeah, there's a car, electric vehicle. Try to get your guesses in. I will close in 5 seconds. Okay, I will close. We had 10 more guesses the round before, so maybe I should wait. But okay, so this should be Iceland. We have a north-south river, and I assume this is the stuff here northeast of Egilsstadir, and we should just be in like this turn here, or actually let me line up the road perfectly. I should have done that for you guys as well. But yeah, we should be in this turn, I think. Yeah, this river is very recognizable because it's very thick, and Egilsstadir is generally a town, the only town in Iceland that has a forest around it. Like, this is the biggest forest that you will get in all of Iceland. So yeah, should be quite free for people that studied Iceland. And well done to Real Novas and Der Typ and all the other guys that are close by. I should have lined up the road, I'm sorry. But yeah, that was kind of on me. But well done everyone that got Iceland. Looked yeah, quite cold. That's why most people got Iceland, and also the volcanic ash soil. Nice. Okay, next round I will give you a quick 360. Zoom in and zoom out, and then afterwards I grab my food from outside the room. I will give you 30 more seconds after this. Okay, so we have quite red soil. I would say a very, very bad camera. Like, you can't really see anything. The resolution is pretty bad. We have a pole top here. Like a... Let's go! Thank you for the raid. welcome in everyone. We are already doing some GeoGuessr. Pretty princess, let's go. Yeah, I hope that your segment of Guess and Give was fun, and that yeah, you can continue here immediately with your chat guessing action. I will give you some more time to get your guesses in and show the round fully again. So yeah, we have very red soil. We have a pole top here that is round with some indents in it, and this is the pole top, and the camera is very bad. We have some architecture here, like a red roof, and we see some motorbikes with white license plates. I can't really tell on which side they're driving on. Yeah, otherwise I think there's not much to see. It's slightly hilly, not really many mountains, and that's kind of it. Get your guesses in. I give you some more time because people raided now and I needed to get my food. Yeah, okay, so I give you 10 more seconds to get your guesses in. Exclamation mark GeoGuessr, or also pinned on top of the chat, you see the map where you can guess with. And I will close the guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. No one else in. Okay, so this should be Cambodia. Cambodia is one of the countries that has shitcam, this horrible camera quality where you zoom in and don't see anything. And yeah, Cambodia is known to have very, very red soil. Additionally to that, we have a round pole with this, like with those indents. That's, I mean, before 2 weeks ago, that was exclusive to Cambodia. Now it also exists in Vietnam. This pole, very good to remember. India doesn't have those poles. India normally has square concrete poles and not round concrete poles. And yeah, this is a very typical Cambodian roof. It's like a metal sheet roof, red metal, sometimes blue. That's very common. And yeah, motorbikes are super common in Cambodia with white license plates as well. And generally flat landscape. This should be southwestern Cambodia, though, I would assume, because normally Cambodia is way more agricultured and even flatter. So I wanted to say this is like in this area here somewhere. And let's see. Yeah, it's even further southwest. Yeah, good region guess tip for Cambodia. If you have like small hills, not a lot of agriculture, and very red soil, you're most commonly like in this pocket down here. Yeah. Well done to Kaso, and Schleimblocker for the top 3. Okay, next. Okay, we're starting with I think, quite a doable round. We have chevrons that are yellow on black ground. Here again, this different format. This is the format of the signs, and here it says Sønsterud Tunnelen in this, with this O and the dash in through it. And to the other side, first of all, we have some short dashes here that look quite temporary, because here you see continuous lines, and here you have very long yellow middle lines, or continuous yellow middle lines. And this is the view to the south. We have, I can't really say if it's a lake or like a bay, maybe the ocean, but yeah, a big body of water with bigger hills along it, and some rocky, some rocky rocks. And those are the pole tops. I heard this is a good meta for this country. I tried it and it didn't work, so use it to your own caution. But yeah, it's a wooden pole top with like this metal plate on top. And yeah, chevron again, and landscape to the south, and here's a tunnel to the east, Sønsterud Tunnelen. Okay, I give you 10 more seconds to get your guesses in. Everyone try to guess quickly. And I will close the guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we should be in Norway. The one thing that might be a bit misleading for people here would be that the outside dashes are very short here, but this is just because it's a construction site. You see, like, freshly paved, and those are just temporary to set the line for the next road lines that will be put there permanently. Also, black and yellow chevrons in the Nordics is only Norway, so very good meta for that. And the O with a dash in between is only Norwegian and Danish. Okay, and with this big hill, I would assume we are like somewhat inland. I think it's an inland lake. It doesn't really look that coastal to me, and it looks more southern than western because the hills are not too big. I mean, there's some bigger ones. I don't know, it could be like one of those here. I'm not 100% sure which one. Yeah, downtown Oslo. Makes sense. Good guess from the Krusche, and Wiley and Noah. Well done. Most people in Norway, but yeah, I understand the Sweden guesses with the short dashes might be confusing, but the hills would be, I would assume, way smaller in Sweden, as well as the chevron would be different. All right. Well done to Kazo for winning this game. Blabu got second and Robju third. Well done, well done. And Kazu, sorry. Kazu, you can choose the next map you want to play, and you can also decide if you want to do it NMPZ or no move. Podium Wilkenberg, let's go. Yeah, also for the international viewers, I will sometimes swap to German, just so my normal viewers understand what's going on. Okay, Skewed World. Oh, that's a nice one. Skewed World and NMPZ, I would assume. That's a fun one. So now for everyone, that's a normal map. I think that's fine. So for everyone that doesn't know Skewed, you will always face off from the road that you're on. So you will always look to the side and normally just look in the landscape, and you don't really have much to work with. It's a way harder map, but it's also a lot of fun to play. So yeah, that's all we get. I can't show you more. If anything is hidden behind the camera or something, I will try to show you, but in this case, there's literally nothing. I can't even show you a copyright if you need that. Yeah, we have a guardrail, which is black and white. And we have a big factory to the east of us. You still have the compass down here. If you struggle to read the compass, by the way, NMPZ is a very good way to learn it. Because, yeah, I mean, you need to try to adapt to it at some point, because the new compass, I don't really like it. The old compass is pretty base. So red means that's north, and white means that's south. And now just assume, like, you were facing north, but now you need to turn 90 degrees to the side. So now you're east. That's kind of how you can learn it, I would assume. But yeah, so we're facing east and look at the factory. It's very flat. I don't see copyright, as I said, so I can't give you that one. Yeah, not much more to see here. Okay, I will close the guesses in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and closed. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's Russia or Kazakhstan. I would assume it's just Russia. But to be fair, I don't even know if this guardrail would exist in Kazakhstan. It looks Russian to me. The black and white guardrail is very, very common for Russia. Also kind of exists, I guess, in Romania and Bulgaria from time to time. But yeah, with this flat landscape, kind of winterish looking, I wanted to say Russia. I'm a bit confused as for where. South is normally winter. It doesn't really look that southern. It might be southern though. I go Stavropol and see where it is. It was Kazakhstan. I wasn't sure if this guardrail actually exists in Kazakhstan. That's kind of rough, because the season was more spring-like than winterish. So I totally thought about southern Kazakhstan. But yeah, well done to all the guys that got Kazakhstan. Gambly, Fire Circle, and Red Calf, but no one really close. I don't want to cope, but I wanted to send that before I saw the guardrail. Like, the guardrail is the one thing that let me off of that. But yeah, enough of the cope. Next round. Okay, so that's all you get. I will put this to the side so you see the sign a bit clearer. So we have this sign. I would assume it's mounted for left side driving because you see the back of it and it's facing to this side. So I would assume we're driving left. Cannot guarantee you, obviously. We have those yellow, or whatever those are supposed to be. It's not really a speed bump. It's just like an indicator to maybe slow down, maybe intersection ahead. I would also assume we have an intersection to the south of us because there's a sign which probably indicates there's an intersection coming up. We have a house which looks... Yeah, we have a white facade and like a grayish roof, which might be helpful. And otherwise, very small hills, big lake, maybe river, I'm not quite sure. And this tarmac looks very dark. That might be a clue. I put this back here. And yeah, otherwise, it's mostly vegetation with this house. I guess we have some clues actually. The copyright, we have 22 copyright. You can also write CR, so people that don't know what copyright really is don't get confused, and people that know what copyright is, then that's like the secret code for copyright asking. Okay, I will close the guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and close. I still see some guesses coming in. Okay, I think we should be in Great Britain, or generally the UK. I don't think... I mean, this house looks somewhat Irish. It could be Ireland. Wouldn't be too confused. But I cope that this is a yellow line here that is continuous. I'm not quite sure. And also, I think those like yellow stripes on the ground are more of a British thing than an Irish thing. But considering this house looks very Irish, I could see Northern Ireland or like Wales, Scotland, maybe Cornwall. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I want to send, actually. I haven't really thought about that one. I might send Northern Ireland, because the house looks very Irish, but I think we're in the UK. Okay, it's actually just Ireland. Fair enough. Funnily enough, this also brings me to second place. First place to Vonario, second place to me in the wrong country, let's go. And third place to Mutzix. But yeah, the line was very faded. Very well done for everyone getting the British Isles with the left side driving, and the rest of the guesses are those. Okay, next one. Okay, so we are seeing a pole that is, I will put this to the side again so you see that better. It's very round. It's made out of concrete. The pole top is not really visible. We have a support pole here, which is which is black. We have houses here, which are made out of tiles. Bricks is what I wanted to say. And yeah, tiled roofs. There's a very big satellite dish, and we have a sign visible here on the right side, which also looks like it's mounted for left side traffic because it's on the left side of the road. Yeah. So this house here looks has like a wooden touch to it. There's a hill actually behind it in the south. And yeah, here's written MBL on the support pole. Maybe that helps someone. And that's kind of what I can tell you. I will put this back in its position. Okay, so I will close the guesses in 5, And guesses are being closed. So we should be in Indonesia. Those black support poles only exist in Indonesia. The architecture is very interesting because it's a mix between tiles and wooden stuff, which is very, very common for like South Sumatra and Bengkulu, sometimes even Jambi. But I think we are like in this ballpark. MBL could mean... I'm trying to think what MBL would be as a Kabupaten. Like, I'm not really thinking of anything that is MBL. Like, we have a southern mountain, which is also interesting, so I'm thinking more of like this area, but Muara Enim wouldn't be MBL. Those are Oku Selatan, Pagar Alam wouldn't fit, Lubuk Linggau also not, so I'm a bit confused what MBL would be like. MBL. Nah, I can't come up with anything. I'm thinking we might be like in Western Jambi. I'm not 100% sure, but like this area should be fine with the tiled roof. Yeah. We'll see. Okay, it was Lubuk Linggau. Which Kabupaten is there again? What could MBL stand for? I'm actually not quite sure. Wait, actually, which Kabupaten is here? I want to check that out because I want to know what the MBL stood for, because it's very, very helpful in Indonesia. Okay, I'm not finding it. It's fine. Okay. Anyway, first guess, or first place again, Vonario. Second place to me, third place to, or let's say second place to Super Casey, and third place to Simon. Well done. Yeah, the Java guesses I understand with the tiled roofs, but the rest of the house didn't really look Javanese. So like I should have explained that in the round a bit better. Actually, we do some educational stuff here, right? We are here to learn, so I show you stuff. So in Java, you would almost, it's very complicated to say, but you would almost never have wooden houses, like never. Then I think we also saw like this facade. This is also very not, like that's very Sumatran, just like this painted stuff, just like colorful paintings on the wall, and also like greenhouses, very, very Sumatran. And also like this looks, I mean, I wouldn't see this on Java, with like a wooden door, wooden windows, like that's very Sumatran. So all of that looks Sumatran, but with a tiled roof, which also has this color. It's a bit different to the Javanese roofs. This looks very South Sumatran. So yeah, everything surrounding South Sumatra kind of has those roofs. Yeah. Good. Next round. Lahat would be around Lubuk Linggau, right? I'm not sure. Okay, we have a harder round. We have some grass. Slightly rolling hills with grass. And some trees. I will put this to the side again so you can see this a bit better. Yeah. We have some hay bales. Or hay bales. We have a house that looks, again, a bit white facade with like a grey roof. Yeah, and small rolling hills and trees. It's not much to say here. In the back there, I don't want to cope, but this looks kind of like a red facade. I could assume this is brick, but I don't know. I can't tell you for sure, so don't quote me on that. And otherwise, it's just, there's a village, a small one there as well. Copyright is 23, if that helps you. And yeah, some dandelions. Hello Noel. Okay, I think that's all I can give you. Ich erkläre mal für alle deutschen Zuschauer, wie das Ganze funktioniert. Ausrufezeichen CG für GeoGuessr, da wird euch eine Map geöffnet. Außerdem ist sie auch im Chat angepinnt. Dort könnt ihr dann mitmachen. Da guesst ihr einfach auf die Karte drauf, wo ihr denkt, wo diese Location ist. Drückt auf Guess und dann seid ihr mit hier drin, wie all die anderen Leute, die hier auch mitspielen. Und ja, sehr interaktiv, macht viel Spaß. Und jo. Genau. Alright. Explained what this game is, and I will close the guesses now. I would say this looks very Central European, and I'm debating if it's Germany, which I thought first, or like Belgium, Luxembourg. Thing is, if it's Germany, I was thinking here. It might easily be Luxembourg, even though the land usage is very, like, it doesn't look that Luxembourgian. I would assume the land usage in Luxembourg would be more efficient. Like, there's too much like forests and unused space. And Belgium might be possible, but I'm not quite sure. 23 copyright also works for Germany. Those houses kind of look German. I would think we might be here in Rheinland-Pfalz somewhere, or in Luxembourg, Belgium. Like, that would be my region guess. Okay, I mean, is it Rheinland-Pfalz still? No, it's NRW. Close enough. Bergisches Land, actually quite in the area where I was very often. Olpe have been quite often. And well done to Hanke, Gambly, and Eimert for the top 3, and everyone going Central Europe. That's very nice to see. Well done on you guys. And we start with the next round. And this at least has some information. It's not easy, but we have something. So we have a guardrail, which looks yellow. And we have like this guardrail ending, which is kind of blocked off. It's a bit hard to tell. We have a pole here to the side, which is made out of concrete. It's quite round and has, well, I don't know if that's a sticker or like, I don't know, some paint on it. And we have some vegetation, which looks, we have like quite a dense undergrowth, very green. And copyright 21, I think. It's very hard to say. Don't quote me on that. Might be 22. Can't tell for sure. Yeah, and those trees. I am a bit confused what this is. Like, I could see myself going the wrong continent. I feel like I know, maybe, but it's a bit weird. There might be like a sidewalk that is, or like a what did I want to say? The Bordstein. Yeah, this thing that is yellow. And oh my god, why cannot curb? My god, a curb that is yellow. And time is over. Yeah, this is not too easy, so don't be sad if you don't get it. I will close the guesses in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and closed. Yeah, so I was thinking Colombia. It looks very tropical to me, but I must say, like, this guardrail exists very much like this in like Italy, Romania, but this pole, like, I can't really tell the vegetation. It's so weird. But yeah, with the yellow curb and the yellow guardrail, I don't really associate that with Europe, like, at all. So I'm thinking Colombia, even though I see a world where this is maybe Italy. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. I'm just sending Central Colombia. Oh my god. It's Ecuador. That makes also sense. Very fun one. We had Generation 4, and Generation 4 within Ecuador is very limited because there is not that much Gen 4 yet. But if we have Gen 4, it's a very big pickup truck. And in hindsight, that makes so much sense because Ecuador is known to have yellow curbs. That's actually a meta for Ecuador. Very, very hard round, and it wasn't 21 copyright then apparently. It's very hard to read anyway. And yeah, we're downtown Quito, which I didn't really expect, but that makes sense with the round pole and also the yellow guardrail and also this curb. Okay, hard round, but well done on the 2 guys getting it, Robin and Caso. Very well played. And okay. Egal. Okay, we go into the final results, and we see that Caso has won again on his pick. So I will say that Robin can choose the next map. Robin is 2nd place and Gen 4 3rd place. So Robin, if you want to pick a map and a format, you can do that now because Caso won 2 in a row now. We want some diversity. And well done to everyone. I should have shown the results for everyone. Okay. Did Robin write anything yet? I don't see anything in the chat. Just choose any that you want. Otherwise, I can choose if you want. Arbitrary world, no move. Sounds good. Didn't want to put you under pressure. Okay, let's do no move again. And we're starting doable, I would say. So we have yellow outside lines and white middle lines. We have, I mean, quite a bit more. We have a very flat landscape that is fairly dryish looking, with some smaller shrubs and some trees lining the road. We have a long antenna with a black car. We have this pole, which is quite meshy and made out of metal. We have this car with, I would assume, a yellow license plate on the back. We have those chevrons, which are black and white. And otherwise, we see in the distance a green sign with white text on it. Can't really tell which text this is, but here again, yellow plate. I mean, I can assume it's yellow because it has a dot. I will show you if your guess is in, by the way, by going through the scrolling. And yeah, I don't see any mountains in any direction. There's like a, I don't know, is it a greenhouse? I'm not sure. Actually, we have a, what is this called? Giveaway sign. Red outside, yellow inside, which is also very common for this country. No follow car, and if you want the road angle, this is the road angle going slightly north-northwest. Yeah, and oops, driving right based on the cars in the back there. Didn't want to pull that. Get your guesses in. I will close in 5 seconds. So yeah, this is a very typical Israel round, fairly flat, yellow outside, so white middle line, yellow plate, and also black car with antenna is only in Israel. In this combination, fairly flat kind of means western, maybe west coast northern, but yeah, generally it just means western. And we go into the west, and almost everyone here in Israel, good guesses, some southern Africa guesses, understandable with the road lines. Here you would drive on the left side of the road. But yeah, good guesses all along. Do I even should I read out the names for every round? I feel like it's nicer if it scrolls through so everyone sees their guess. I think that's more fun. And we start with the next round. And this is, again, a round where I feel like we will have some info. That's the nice thing about Arbitrary World. So first thing I noticed, we have a tuk-tuk while we are driving on the right side of the road. Tuk-tuk with blue roof. We have a big mountain along the whole village here, also to the east. We have a town plaza with some sign that is mounted on a white and black post. Here we have a pole which looks like concrete and is fairly rounded. Here's some language, if you can read that. Tu amigo or besito sensual. And here we have some brick architecture, quite a lot even. There's a guy lifting some heavy carriage or heavy stuff. And to the east we have a Paare sign, maybe you know what that means, and white and black posts. Yes, and here's Hospedaje Las Almendras. Also, this is a very good meta, guys. If you already know the country, but you don't know this meta, remember this. You will see this in many rounds, even if you're unsure and confuse it with other countries. This is an electricity counter for this country. Sometimes gray, sometimes white, sometimes blue. But yeah, this like vertical format, very common in the country we are in. You see it on pretty much every single house front, even from very far away. As you can see, it's a very strong meta. for this country that not many people actually know. So keep that in mind. And yeah, the guesses should be in by now. I give you 5 to 10 seconds. And I will close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And closed. Yeah, we should be in Peru. Peru famously has the white and black posts underneath the signs. Para means we're in Southern America or South America. Tuk-tuks within South America, almost exclusively Ecuador and Peru. Within Peru, more northern, sometimes in the south, but yeah, more like a northern thing. Yeah, we have like those electricity counters, as I said. They are super, super, super helpful. I think even the color and the format may give you the province or state you're in. I don't know the blue ones here, but yeah, you see them on every single building in Peru pretty much. Very good meta. And here is a Peruvian pole top. I didn't even see that in the round, but the E, very typical for Peru. Okay, and we have, now we go for the pro guesses. So we have a black car, 24 copyright. Assuming 24, black car is mostly north of Huaraz, like Cajamarca, Huaraz. I mean, it exists like east of Lima, and I think here somewhere as well. But more northern thing, so I want to go slightly northern, and yeah, it is fairly northern even. And Caso being first, and Cruce and Reynado third. Well done. Many people got Peru here. Very well played. And we go on the next. Okay, this is, I think, quite fun. So what I immediately notice is that we are driving on the right side of the road, because the signs are mounted for the right side. The signs are mounted on a white and red post this time. Not like the round before where it was black and white. This time it's red and white. And this is, I can tell you already, exclusive to this country. The landscape is fairly rolling hills with very red soil. It's an unpaved road. We have a river to the south alongside us. Yeah, we have like nice rolling hills, very green. Looks very, very pretty. Those are the signs from the front. Yellow in the middle for the goodway sign. And here we have, yeah, I mean, if you know what you look for, you can kind of tell how the language looks like. I cannot tell you from this distance, kind of blurry. We have like advertisements for some buses, I feel like. And this is like a hut that we have alongside us. There's a village in the hills. And yeah, otherwise very rocky. There are some bollards even. They are not exclusive to this country, but very common. And I think to get the country, you have all you need just based on this. If you get this image, you should already know which country you're in. If not, then you know it after this round. Yeah, guesses. Please get your guesses in. Time is over. And I will close in 5 seconds. Yeah, so we should be in the beautiful new edition of Vietnam. Vietnam is the only country that famously has red and white posts underneath the signs, and you see that a lot, so that's very nice. It's just in the game for like 10 days or so, but yeah, it's very, very beautiful, as people mentioned in chat. And rolling hills, generally more northern thing. I don't really see a pole top that I could region guess this with, but Gen 3 is very common in like those western hills here, like here, even here, and also that fits with the landscape. Like red soil, big hills is a fairly close to Laos thing. So yeah, I would assume we're either like here or here. Like that's my best guesses. I don't know where to guess. Should I go in Laos? Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm going in Son La and hope that is quite correct. Yeah, we are in one of those pockets. And good guesses all along from all the Vietnam getters and all the people. Everyone is actually in Southeast Asia, even though only 50 guesses show, so maybe not everyone, but yeah, well done everyone that got it. And next round. And this one is quite a beauty, if I say so myself. We have yellow middle lines that previously have been white. This alone, and I swear, if you get this, you already know the country just by this image. So yeah, formerly white lines that are now yellow. that's very, very good for this country, actually. Because I can tell you they swapped their road lining, or their road lines color like 4 years ago. So that's very nice. We are driving on the left side. We have this sign mounted for the left side. It's a diamond shaped sign, yellow, black, and this truck is very common in this area of the world, I would say. This is a license plate. I would assume it's black. More or less 3 separate white parts. We have some architecture in the back. We have blue roofs. We have a support pole that is mostly black. We have a red and white color on this pole and this support pole. Landscape, also very interesting. It's very sandy, or like it's kind of dry. Yeah, like you see here, like there's just like it's not super dense undergrowth that is super green. We have this pole, if that helps you. It's a metal pole with insulators and like a support pole underneath. Yeah, we have those bollards with a red reflector on top, and the time is over. I hope I showed you everything. We have the coast to the west and it's open ocean. Yeah. Okay, I think that should be it. Here's another pole top, if that didn't help yet. And I will close the guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the guesses are being, I still see people coming in, closed. Okay, and so we should be in Indonesia. Left side driving, black plates with white letters on it, and 3 segments. Yeah, so what I wanted to say, I think until like 2018 or so, Indonesia used exclusively white lines, and then they changed that to yellow lines. So you see that quite often, that they just overpaint the white lines, and you see that here. Which is quite fun. And yeah, the landscape is very unique looking. I don't think, like, I was thinking the whole time this is like Nusa Tengara's, but looking at this pole, this is like a North Sumatran pole, North Sulawesi pole, sorry. Especially the lower part. The upper part doesn't really look that North Sulawesi. Like you have a horizontal bar underneath, but this one is too thin, I feel like. And now I was a bit confused because it's so dry, but you have a North Sula pole. So the one option that was left is that I think that we are on the southeastern side of Gorontalo. I think that's the only thing I can come up with that makes sense with this angle of the road. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, nice road lineup. Let's go. Yeah, that's just some experience. The pole top is the most helpful thing to get North Sula. This pole top you can only find in North Sula, Gorontalo, and North Sulawesi. And the dry landscape is very uncommon for Sula. It's only like found in the south coast of Gorontalo. So that's why I can knew the road in this case. But well done, everyone getting Indonesia. Like that's the main goal. First get the country, and after that you can go for the region guessing. Okay, then we go in the 5th and final round of this seed, and we have some good matters here already. So I'm noticing we have a single yellow middle line, no outside lines. We have a cat eye reflector in the middle of the road. We have a cactus that looks very prickly. And yeah, generally rolling landscape, very dry. Cacti everywhere, like you look wherever you want to look, you see cacti. We have some yucca type tree, this one here in the back, and some very interesting, yeah, whatever this tree is. Not much going on in this direction. Let's look in this direction. This is fascinating. I want to say this is the open ocean with waves, and behind that is land. Is that the ocean? I'm actually confused if that is supposed to be the ocean. We have this sign, driving right, assumably, diamond shaped and yellow and black. And yeah, this is the landscape. I'm very confused if this is actually ocean or not. I can't tell. It's so weird. But yeah, get your guesses in. Closing soon. But yeah, here's a yucca tree again. So I will close the guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the guesses are being closed. Boop. So we should be in Mexico. The single yellow middle line is a predominantly North American thing to do within Latin America. So to say Mexico, Guatemala, Panama, and DR use single yellows very often, as in South America you mostly have double yellow middle lines. Doesn't mean they are not existent in South America. For example, Argentina can do it from time to time, and every country kinda can do it from time to time, but it's very uncommon. And in North America, so like the Latin American countries in Central America, it's it's the normal thing to do to have a single yellow line. So yeah, that's how you distinguish that from South America. And we have prickly pear a lot, like many cacti. People think about cacti when they or think about Mexico when they see cacti. And the landscape is very barren, very confusing. Like there's a mountain to the west and there's ocean in between. I kind of thought the whole time that we are like in Baja California. That could make sense maybe for here, that we're like looking west, but is there even a road anywhere here? I don't think so. Yeah, normally prickly pear, like this cacti, this cactus, you find like around San Luis Potosi, everything around there. And also we have 24 striped car. Is that even existing in Baja California? I'm not quite sure. I will guess Baja, even though I don't see where this would be inside of Baja if this is ocean. Yeah, it wasn't. And it's just downtown San Luis Potosi, and this was not an ocean, that was just a city. That's kind of funny, because, yeah, again, like this cactus is normally found around San Luis Potosi, and especially if you have it so much, you should just guess San Luis Potosi. So this cactus here is a good meta for this area, and this is just a city and not the ocean. That's kind of funny. Okay, well done to everyone getting this, and that's the game. And congratulations to oops, I'm scrolling after, to Xitko for the first place, and Fire Circle and Reynado for second and third. And Kiskyo, you can choose your map if you wish to do so. And while we're at it, as already put in chat by Forge, you can do some activities within Guess and Give that are very fun to do. For anyone that hasn't really been to the stream for too long, just type in !GNG or !charity, and you find what this whole Guess and Give thing is about. And there are many fun activities that you can do in between like the games, or like on the weekend now, that are very, very fun to do. And I would suggest everyone to check that website out. This is so much fun, and it's for a good cause. All right, did I see Kisko Dirty World? No move. Will do. So let's do Dirty World. And no move. Very, not super hard map, but not really easy map. We will be always on dirt roads. At least it tries to be always on dirt roads. So it should not have too many road line information and stuff like that. And that is indeed correct for the first location. So we are starting in this location. It's very flat, agricultured. We have like a graveyard with orange roofs and ornaments on top. We have this language, if that helps you. And those pole tops that are concrete and have those indents on top. Very interesting. This architecture, brick house, and there's a metal sheet house. Yeah, generally very flat. And we have maybe someone that watched the stream knows what this could mean. We have a white and red post, and we're driving. I would assume on the right side, because this sign is mounted on the right side. Yeah, and it's very, very flat. Yes, I think there's not much more to add, except it's very flat. Okay. That's all I can give you. Maybe the car, we have exposed black front, and for the copyright enjoyers, we have a 24 copyright. Okay, guesses will be closed soon, so make sure to get your guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are being closed. Okay, we should be in Vietnam again. Language, and everyone that watched the stream like 10 minutes ago, we had this post, which is exclusively found in Vietnam. Very, very good meta. Also, this is the most Vietnamese thing ever. Like red tiles with ornaments on top is so Vietnamese. Also, pole tops are, as I said before in the Cambodia round, now also found in Cambodia, in Vietnam. So yeah, the round concrete poles with those indents is like a meta for Cambodia and Vietnam, sometimes also found in Laos, by the way, but yeah, mostly Vietnam and Cambodia. And I think within Cambodia you only find them in the southern half. Don't let me lie, I must say I thought first when I spawned in this is like the Hanoi Valley, but I think the poles are only found in the southern half, and the southern half is only flat like here. So I thought we're here, even though landscape wise I didn't think it looked that tropical, but could be. We try it out. Maybe I just misremembered the pole top. We check that now. Was actually southern. Yeah, I tried to remember it with Cambodian poles being close to Cambodia. But yeah, well done everyone that got southern Vietnam here, and almost everyone also went Vietnam. Well done on this and next round. And we're starting up with, I would say, a similar vibe. It's flat again, we have some greenery. This time, the road is not really paved, but it's made out of concrete. I guess that is somewhat of a pavement, so not really a dirty world moment. Yeah, we have a car here, for example, where we see the steering wheel on this side, this is the driver's side. We have a pole that is visible with many holes that get closer the further up the pole goes. We have a pole top in the back here as well. We have a very long palm, so-called areca palm. This is a person. This is a house. Very interesting architecture. The foundation is made out of concrete and the top is wooden. And wooden window frames. And this is a pole from the other side with a silver band around it. And here we can kind of see that the pole is square and not round, as the light on this side is so this side is very much brighter than this side, so you can see it's not rounded, it's rather edged, so sharp edged, meaning this is a square pole. Yeah, this is the other side. We have a concrete road, as I mentioned, and we have a blue car, for anyone that wants to know it, blue car 22. And there's a motorcycle, white plate, and the time is over, so make sure to get your guesses in. Okay, yeah, I will close the guesses now. There's a person in this house, of course. Yeah, so we should be in Thailand. First of all, concrete road is mostly Thailand and Philippines. Driving left, based on the steering wheel here. Maus, stell dich nicht so an. Okay, we have a pole top that is made of this is a concrete pole with many holes in the pole, and we have a single insulator pole top, which is mostly only found in the southern peninsula of Thailand. So remember that single insulator pole top. It's pretty much only southern Thailand. Also makes sense with all the plantations that we see around here, and the big hill in the back. So I would assume we are fairly southern here. I'm not quite sure where. Normally you find it surrounding Nakhon Si Thammarat, the pole top, and I tried it. Okay, yeah, it was directly next to Nakhon Si Thammarat, and I should have just guessed there. Well done, everyone, getting southern Thailand. Yeah, with the pole, it's very doable. And we start the next round. Tommy, second. Okay, so we have another interesting round. It's very flat, not too much architecture, agriculture is what I wanted to say. It's a very barren landscape. We have some cows, and architecture is brick buildings that are some small huts with some metal sheet roofs, and this hut is very round, notably. That's actually a very good meta again. And Stratford Will, thank you for the $15.23 donation to Guess and Give. Very much appreciated. We are already at $6,244.26. Very nice. And I continue with this round. So yeah, we are having a blue car with an antenna, and this is the architecture. So red buildings. It's very small hills, more or less flat in every direction. Do we have anything? Yeah, there's a bigger hill to the west, I guess. Yeah, there's actually somewhat of a ridge to the west. And otherwise it's very, very flat. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can tell you guys. Try to get your guesses in. I give you 10-15 more seconds because I was not focused on the round in the beginning. Yeah, this house is very helpful. And I will close the guesses in 10 seconds. By the way, how do you vibe to this beautiful in-game music? Such a vibe. Okay, I will close the guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are being closed. We have almost 10 guesses less than before. Don't be shy, just guess. There's nothing to be lost. If you guess, you can only improve from that. And I am always the opinion that it's better to play than not to play if you want to get better. So yeah, don't be ashamed if you don't know where it is. Just guess, that's the best. Okay, so we should be in South Africa. The sun is not really visible, it's overcast. But yeah, the landscape looks, especially with the trees, looks very African, I wanted to say. Like those trees have very African look to it. And this architecture, especially this hut, so like a round hut with like a metal sheet roof, you find a lot around Lesotho and like close to Botswana. It's a very good meta, especially for like the around Lesotho area. It's very flat, which I find somewhat surprising. So maybe like west of Lesotho, not quite sure. That gets quite flat. Additionally to that, for any car meta enjoyers, blue car Gen 4 with an antenna in the world at the back. Okay, I rephrase that. If you have a blue car with an antenna in Generation 4 camera at the back visible, you are always going to be in Europe or South Africa. The rest of the world doesn't have blue car antenna at the back. Let's say everything in North and South America, everything in Asia doesn't have blue car back antenna. So that's the easiest car meta that you can learn, to always know that you're either in Europe or in South Africa. Okay, and I'm going close to Lesotho because of this rounded hut, and I'm not quite sure where exactly it is. It's closer to Botswana, also makes sense with the building that we had there. Okay, well done everyone that got South Africa here. And we go into the next round. And very similar vibe when it comes to landscape. Already NMPC, I can tell you something by the shade here. It looks like we have a roof rack, and we indeed have. Yeah, and also before we explain where we are, we see here like a square blur, which always indicates that we will have car meta visible in generation 3. Speaking, this is generation 3 and we have car meta visible. So yeah, that's a good thing to remember for NMPZ games. When you have like the square blur, that's going to have car meta behind you. So now we can look at the car meta. No, we look at the landscape first. Very, very barren. Small hills, very dry, no trees. There's some water and there were some horses. Maybe some horseback riding is popular in this area. Who knows? Yeah, it's very, very barren. Not much to do here. Vielen Dank für das Tier 1 Sub Apanzarangi, sorry, und Mr. X, ja, für das Prime Sub. Vielen Dank. Alright, and yeah, so for the car meta that we have here, we have gray tent, if that helps anyone. We have this stripe and this stripe on both sides. We have this wheel on the side. And yeah, that's all I can tell you. I just know what the metas are. I don't know what they do. I just know this is the helpful stuff. So always look for like this band on the sides, this net, and how the tent looks like. So you can region guess. Okay, time is over. Get your guesses in. I will close the guess in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And guesses are being closed. So yeah, we should be in Mongolia. Viewers of my channel know that I hate Mongolia. I'm very bad at it. I don't know shit about it. I just know if it's not, it doesn't have a net here, we are not in the western side. So I assume we are on the eastern half, or in the eastern half of the country. And that's kind of where it stops. So I click here and hope that's good. Yeah, that's the middle. Good. Oh damn, did I swear before? No, that's not okay. I'm so sorry. Well done for everyone in the top 50 getting Mongolia. Well done. Very well done. Okay, we have a quite dense vegetation round. Very green, very unpaved, as the map indicates. It's a dirty world. We have yeah, very sandy white soil. Lots of undergrowth. Yeah, that's just a round where you need to know your vegetation. I think you don't really get much more. I can try to give you the sun. I would say it's somewhat southern. But, and I always say that, if you're within like equator range, so if it looks tropical, don't trust the sun. But I would say it looks somewhat southern. Yeah, we have trees. I can zoom into those trees if you want. Those are trees that we have in this round. And now for all the car and copyright enjoyers. We have front. Hard to say if it's blue. I would assume it's blue. And we have 24 copyright. There's a bridge. And that's kinda it. Yeah. Not the easiest round. I guess I can zoom onto litter if there's anything written on it. I can't tell what's that. Okay. Get your guesses in. Closing in 5 seconds. And I always say get your guesses in even if you don't know where you are. It's a learning process. You don't get better by not guessing. Driving on a dirt road, I don't want to tell you if it's left or right side driving. Could be both sides. Okay, I will close in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Guesses are being closed. Okay, this is a very hard round. I was thinking South America first, but then I noticed the sun is somewhat southern. The only option I kind of have left now is that this might be Mexico, even though I didn't really initially think that. But the sun is too clearly to the south to be South America in my eyes. We have blue car, which, for example, wouldn't exist like in Colombia, Peru, Ecuador. So the only thing that would make sense in South America would be Argentina or Brazil. I don't think it is either of them. So yeah, thinking this is Mexico, with this tropical look, you probably go Chiapas, maybe Oaxaca. I don't see anything that really screams Oaxaca, Chiapas to me. If this might be something else in the world, it might be Taiwan. I don't know. I think Mexico is decent. I go Chiapas just because very tropical looking. Okay, wow, it's very Western. That's very surprising. You see, all the guesses in Mexico are almost all in Chiapas. Yeah, Colima. It's actually, that's a crazy Colima. Well done to the one person that got that Chapra. Well done. And everyone getting Mexico. So yeah, if you wanna learn car and copyright or car matters, so Generation 4 blue car does not exist in Colombia, nor does it exist in Peru. So you can always tell them apart just by the blue car, which does not exist there. So yeah, Colima is a wild one though. Okay, that's game, and GG's to Tommy for getting first, and Gambly and Simon second and third. Tommy, what do you want as a next map? Bhutan does only have Generation 3 camera, for example, and a very different vegetation and landscape. Skewed, NMPZ or no move? Hey, better ask that, right? Skewed. That's not what I want to write. NMPZ. Okay, we are playing Skewed again. You can thank Tommy for that. So you don't get more than this image. Only the side of the road is being shown here. And yeah, this is a very interesting round because you get lots of info. I would assume many people will get the country. So architecture wise, we have quite colorful houses with, like, I always call them plastic roofs, like those newly built roofs that are not made out of brick but not really metal. We have a fence which looks quite fancy with like those spikes on it, and most importantly, this thing, like a small temple statue, which is super common in this country, and you find this in many places. So yeah, that's probably the best clue. Also shows you some typical architecture of this country. Yeah, not much more to say. Vegetation quite tropical, I would assume. Some coconut trees. Bottom left has a clue indeed. There's a, at least we can see there's a blue plastic thing. You could assume it's a barrel. If you know what it is, then you know what it is. If you're not sure, then it probably doesn't help you. And guesses are being closed in a few seconds, so get your guesses in. I put you back there. And guesses are being closed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are closed. So that should just be Thailand. So Thailand has those typical houses, always standing around. Also super typical Thai architecture. I wanted to say with like a coconut tree, it's more coastal. It's very hard to tell though, but I kind of still vibe with southern, because like this undergrowth is very dense, which kind of leads me to go peninsula again. Not super easy round, could easily be like this peninsula or even like somewhere in the middle, but I want to go south here, so yeah, I try that. Okay, somewhat understandable that it's there. I kind of wanted to risk something. Yeah, GG's on everyone, almost everyone getting Thailand. For example, Generation 4 camera, if you don't know how they work, then never mind. But yeah, if you have Generation 4 camera, it can't be Cambodia. And yeah, the house is the most Thai thing ever. Just so you remember that for the future, if you have like this small temple thing, that's super Thai. Okay, And also the blue barrel that was indicated by someone in chat is a very Thai thing. Okay, next round. Okay, we have birches. And we are on an east-west road. And we have white outside lines. Good luck. And now I finally eat something, actually. Sorry, I need to show you guys. So if you are not familiar with my stream, my girlfriend always, while I stream, makes the nicest food for me. So today we have some chicken in cornflakes, unsweetened cornflakes, obviously, with some fries and some self-made dip, which is pretty nice. And I will finally eat something because I have just been talking the whole time and didn't have lunch yet. So super hungry. Danke für das Prime Sub. Oink doink. Also for everyone that just tuned in, that is maybe international, I do daily content on YouTube or short form content on like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts in German. And if you don't know me, I play the game for a long time. I am very known, I guess, in the community as a pro player. I won the 22 World Cup together with Blinky and Meckham. And I played in every single World Cup until now, which is quite cool. And I love the game, quite nerdy about it. And I hope you can learn a lot here. Yeah, and time is over. I hope your guesses are in. I will close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And guesses are being closed. Boom. Okay, so one thing I think many people will mix up here is Northern Europe and North America, which is totally fair because this is not easy. I think this looks more American, speaking, like I would say this looks Canadian to some extent. Two things. First of all, we have a perfectly straight east-west road, which makes more sense for the North American continent, because if you just zoom in here, for example, everything is east-west or north-south. In Europe, not so much. And also we have like a long distance between the road and the forest. That's very North American as well. And gravel on the side of the road is mostly a Great Plains thing. You find that most commonly if it's like a gray gravel in Saskatchewan and Alberta. If it's like a brighter white gravel, then it's Manitoba mostly. So I would assume we are either in Saskatchewan or Alberta. With all the dense forest, you wouldn't be like in the plain part of Alberta and Saskatchewan. You would rather be like in the northern part where it's very foresty, or in the western part when it comes to Alberta. I'm not sure if I go Sask or Alberta here actually. I might go Alberta. Yeah. I hope that you understand the reasoning why this is here. Okay, and we have a lot of Europe, which I totally understand, but yeah, I think the best thing is actually road distance, like the distance between the forest and the road. The east-west, okay. I didn't want to leak anything there. I don't know what I did. Maybe I did. Anyway, so yeah, like it being east-west and all the forest makes perfect sense for North America. Okay. Yeah, I hope to coach a bit so people get better by explanations from, or what I think about rounds. Okay, this round I want to say, I obviously don't know, but I want to say every single one of you gets the country. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Because I would say it's very doable. Because there are some words along the screen that might help you. But apart from that, if you have been to the stream for a bit, you also know some matters that would help you here. We have a black and white post driving right, because the sign is mounted for right side driving. Diamond shaped sign. Concrete pole. Lots of text. That might help. And architecture. Very bricky, red brick. And I can't really see what's behind that. But yeah. I think people get that. Okay, guesses will be closed in 5 seconds. So make sure to get your guesses in. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are being closed. Okay, so it says Peru here. This is like a very typical Peruvian voting thing. English hard language. Wait, what am I? Party, thank you. Somos Peru. They have many political posters everywhere and paintings. Apart from that, black and white posts are the most Peruvian thing ever. We already had that. And the concrete round poles, very Peruvian as well, with a red brick architecture. Palm trees, only like this type of palm tree, only coastal. Also looks very, very dry. So we should be along the coast somewhere. Peruvian coast, very hard to guess. I would say if it's very built up, don't go too far away from Lima. Could easily be Trujillo, Chimbote, or even further south, I don't really think, but might be. It's actually further south. Fair enough. Matarani. Yeah, well done on everyone getting Peru. Love that. And we go into the next round. Okay, we start with... I tell you after this round how you will always get this country. By the way, it's very doable. Yeah, we have small hills, very grassy landscape, which looks very dry. Small trees. We have a wooden pole with hanging wires from the pole. Back there, there's even some architecture. Red brick with metal sheets. We have a fence here in front of us. And yeah, that's kind of it. This should, in future games, this should be free for you guys. So everyone that misses this, I will give you an easy tip or like a easy clue how to always get this. Thank you, Ruba, for the raid. Don't know if you're German or English. Appreciate it very much nonetheless. Moin, sonst Deutsch. Vielen Dank für den Raid. Wir streamen heute auf Englisch, weil wir eine Kooperation mit GeoGuessr und allen anderen machen. Ganz vielen Streamern. Deswegen heute ein wenig auf Englisch. Okay, then time is up and get your guesses in again. Everyone should guess. There's nothing to be lost. So I will close the guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are being closed. Okay, so this should be South Africa. First of all, sun is to the north. How do you tell this from an NMPZ frame where you don't see the sun? By looking at the shadow, we see clearly this tree doesn't cast a shadow to the north, but it casts a shadow to the south, meaning sun is to the north and not to the south. Yeah, same thing. You can kind of tell this even by like small grass things. Like you see everything just casts a shadow to the south, meaning we're in the southern hemisphere. How to differentiate, for example, Australia, Argentina, stuff like that. In South Africa, if you are anywhere in South Africa, and I say 90% of the rounds, if not even 95% of the rounds, will have a fence along the road or in the distance. There's always fenced off property in South Africa. As in other countries, it's not that common. For example, in Australia, you don't get that often, and if you get that, you don't really have like this type of fence. So here you have normally like a metal stick or maybe a plastic stick with like 4 horizontal wires, maybe 5. And in Australia, often it's like a wooden post. But yeah, this exact fence is the most South African thing ever. I tell you, if you just click on a South Africa round, actually I will do that for you guys now. To demonstrate how easy this actually is. So yeah, we are just clicking from space into South Africa and we will see a fence along the road. Boom, fence. I will do the same again. And we are in a city. Okay, in a city, obviously it doesn't work. But even back there, there's a fence. So yeah, it's a very good meta. What the heck is happening here? Very weird camera. Yeah, and even here you see the fence. So super, super good meta. Easy South Africa in this case. And there's a wooden pole, which is also South African. Looks very dry, so probably in the inland somewhere. Yeah. Good. Nice. And we continue with the next one. And this is, again, very flat. And funnily enough, we have a fence. Again. But would you say it looks the same as the round before? I would maybe. It's open for. It's up to you guys to decide. But yeah, we have a very, very flat landscape, and we have a guardrail even with red reflectors in it, and grass along the road. Some small bushy patches in the distance. No tree. As far as the eye might see. And do you guys want to use the meta that I just taught you with the like shadow casting? I think it's possible to do it here. I'm not saying anything because I think you can figure it out yourself. I would say it's doable. Okay, I will close the guesses in 10 seconds. Make sure to get your guesses in. Okay, guesses will be closed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are being closed. Okay, so we are again in the southern hemisphere, same procedure as the round before. We see that this guardrail is casting its shadow to the south, meaning the sun is to the north, meaning we're in the southern hemisphere. Having a guardrail with red reflectors is very common, for example, in Argentina. This is also the most Argentinian landscape imaginable, just flat nothing. This fence is different than in the South Africa round before. As you see, it's way tighter together, and also the material is different. I think this is even wooden. So yeah, different fence than the round before. So we should be in Argentina. Landscape super, super, super Pampa-esque, meaning this is like the Pampa part of Argentina, so everything like south of La Pampa is just flat and nothing. And the thing is, we don't have any trees, which is normally a thing for like Santa Cruz, Tierra del Fuego. It just doesn't look like Santa Cruz, Tierra del Fuego in my eyes. It also doesn't really look, it might be Santa Cruz in some world. It's super flat. I was first thinking La Pampa, if I'm totally honest, but the lack of trees is really confusing me. So I don't really know what to do right now. Do I go coastal Santa Cruz? Because like the vegetation fits, but so flat is like only here. I will try that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense why it's coastal Santa Cruz. Just a lot of experience playing Argentina. The landscape, especially the bushes, were not that northern. Like there was not a single tree that was higher than like 30 centimeters above the ground, which kind of needs to lead you to like very southern Argentina. That in combination with the flat landscape must mean it's coastal, because the rest of the Santa Cruz province is pretty hilly. So yeah, well done Wayfinder for getting that, but everyone else that got Argentina, very well done as well. And yeah, different fences than the round before in South Africa, so that was a good indication for that. And well done to Wayfinder for the first place, and Musix second, and Renk Rengut for the third place. Wayfinder, what map do you want to play? Make a face. Is that a normal world map? I kind of only want to play normal world map, sorry. I never heard of that, so just... Okay, what is the theme? Just so I understand what this is. Face in places. Faces in places. Okay, we try it. Just cause it's you. Is it only official? Okay, yeah, that's actually one thing that I would want. Okay, it's only official. Okay. Then let's play this map by Wayfinder. Okay, I see. I see. I see. Okay, that's low-key funny. Okay, yeah, that's a funny concept. I like that. Okay, we see like a mixer of some kind. What is it called in English? Concrete mixer? How do you say that? Oh my hell, it's too long. Cement mixer. But yeah, that looks like a face. I'm German, I need to explain the joke here. I will close the guesses as soon as it hits 0, so make sure to get your guess in a couple of seconds before. There's not much to see in this round. We have like this cement mixer, we have like a shed behind it, like a barrel, motorbike. Okay. Get your guesses in. That's a funny concept though. Alright, guesses will be closed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are being closed. Are we getting to 50? One more. Okay, we're not getting to 50, it's fine. Yeah, I think this is just shitcam, meaning the options for it. I mean, it just looks like an African country to me, I don't know. And I immediately just thought Sao Tome. It might be Nigeria, but I don't know, it just looks like Sao Tome to me. Like it's Omega shitcam, you can't see shit if you zoom in. Yeah, it's just Sao Tome. That is doable if you know camera generations, because that's just shitcam, and shitcam is pretty much only found in like 5 countries. So yeah, like options would have been like Ecuador, Nigeria, Sao Tome, and I guess Cambodia, India. But the look, especially on that motorbike, I don't know, just looked African to me. And the barrel, if you play a lot of GeoGuessr, you notice those small things. And like this barrel, like you see that so much in Western Africa, especially in like Nigeria or Ghana, and Sao Tome is the same, and it just looked more tropical than Nigeria, so that's why I went Sao Tome. Okay, that's a gutter, and yeah, okay, so you can, that's fun, like it's an irrigation system. And I also see the face, so like here's the eye, there's the nose. That's a funny one, I like that. Okay, but now we also have some meta, like we see that there's a white outside line and that we're in a country with an irrigation system along the road. Yeah. And apparently right now it's... Wait, actually is there water in it? Yeah, there's water in it. So the fields are being irrigated, so you can assume which season we are in. And... yeah, it looks like... Is any one of you guys playing Pokemon or knows Pokemon? And this looks like those Kapu Pokemon from the Alola region. Like Kapuriki, stuff like that. Long shot, but I hope you guys understand what I mean. Okay, then get your guess in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are being closed now. Boom. Okay, so I am not quite sure if this is Taiwan or if it's Japan. I wanted to say it's Japan, just like this irrigation system is like very East Asian. It might be Korea, but it's Gen 4, so it's not Korea. I wanted to say the whole time Japan, but it doesn't really look like low cam. It might be low cam though. I'm not quite sure. It might actually be low cam. Also, this wall looks very, I don't know, Japanese. I'm going Japan. Might be Taiwan, but might even be Hong Kong, but I think it's just Japan. I'm going Nagoya. Yeah. And nice. Well done to everyone getting Japan. And yeah, like this irrigation system with like a concrete wall around it, I think you only get that in like East Asia. Like this might as well get like in Taiwan and like Hong Kong, as I said, but yeah, super Japanese or Eastern Asian at least. Okay, next round. Okay, do I see the face? Oh, this is the eye, this is the nose, and this is the mouth? Or is it just this is the eyes and this is the mouth? Also possible. I can see it though, Yeah, this time we have, again, some clues, I would say. I would cope that there's language. I can't read it, but hey, there is language. The architecture style of this thing and the fence. And in the back we have some vegetation. I would say this is pretty much all bamboo. Maybe that helps. And yeah, we have some grass here in the back. Okay, get your guesses in. This face so far is the weakest one, I think. The other ones were funnier. I mean, this is also a face, but I'm not quite clear. Is like those are the eyes, but is this the mouth or is it the nose? And is this the mouth or is this nothing? Okay, get your guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Guesses are being closed. Okay, so this should be Japan again. This building looks so Japanese, I don't know. Also with the bamboo. And what I notice is there's a lot of Chinese silver grass here in the back, like this grass, which you commonly find in like the southern third of Japan. Can be found everywhere, but commonly in the southern third. So I would assume we are like somewhere in southern Japan, and I am going with Kyushu. Okay, yeah, it's Shikoku. Makes sense also for the Chinese silver grass. Okay, well done again for the Japan getters. Yeah, that's what the kids call Kyushu grass. It's somewhat of a fake matter because it's not just in Kyushu. You find this like commonly up to like Osaka. Like this is where you find it often. You can find it occasionally on the like south coast, mostly like here Tokyo. But yeah, like a good default guess would be Shikoku. I wanted to full send it in Kyushu. So yep. Okay, next round. And here we have, yeah, okay, I see the face. So this is like the eyes, this is the mouth, and he's like sticking out his tongue. I just tried to understand why there's a, wait, is this a train? Where's the railway? Is there just a train standing there? That's kind of wild. Anyway, we have a lot of information this time compared to the other rounds. So we see architecture, which is like red buildings, yeah, like metal roofs, like a small chapel. We have white outside lines, we see here at the bottom left. Yeah, it's also waving, yeah, true. And a lot of trees. So we have like very dry grass, which is quite long though, and big trees that are standing alone, and you see some open patches in the woods in the background. And here we also have like a fairly yellow tree. And this tree kind of now changes my guess quite a bit, I must say. Didn't really think about that tree before. I would have went somewhere else, and I hope this tree doesn't bait me. I don't like this tree now. Okay, you guys get your guesses in. We're closing in 5. You kind of see where the rail is going, but like, where is it going? Like, to us or where? Like, just stopping there. Anyway, closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are being closed. So this should be the United States of America. It might be an off chance for Canada, but I think this is a very unique looking chapel. Like, yeah, just like this architecture just looks like it flies away within the first breeze. So very American, and also like this, I don't know what this is, very American looking. So yeah, this should be the US, and this looks like an aspen tree. And this aspen tree is most commonly found in Colorado. My first thought was actually this is like more like Idaho, maybe even like northeastern Oregon. But I will trust the aspen tree. Also, what I noticed, I mentioned that the tree cover isn't super dense. Like, you can kind of see patches of open grass in the distance, and normally the further north you go, you don't really see like patches of openness within the trees. So if you would be like in Montana, Idaho, Washington, often it's fully covered with trees, and we still see some open areas, which kind of makes more sense for Colorado, New Mexico, Utah. But it could, I think landscape wise it looks more like Idaho, not gonna lie, but I will trust this aspen tree and this somewhat openness back there. Yeah, okay, nice. It was indeed Colorado. Very nice. Yeah, like this tree is just most commonly found in Colorado, and I think even there might be a national park or something called Aspen, or like, wasn't it like a town? I don't know. They like the aspen trees in Colorado. Well done for everyone that got Colorado, and we go to the next one. And skiing town, yeah. Yeah, a famous skiing town. That's probably why I heard about it, because I'm not really too familiar with skiing towns in the US. I need to log into my bot. Okay, I can't. Can I do that? Is it like no? But there's so many new people that got here that are playing. I would be surprised if it's just one person that doesn't take it. But I can't really log in right now. That's the problem. So yeah, don't think that works. Anyway, this house looks like a... It looks like Tadeus. I don't know the English name. Like the tentacle guy from SpongeBob. Squidward, that's how you call them in English. Yeah. So yeah, he kind of looks like it with the long nose. And yeah, we have a building, we have some fences, some houses, and the time is actually over already. Get your guesses in. And I will close the guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I haven't really thought about this one too much. So we should be in the US again. Very big roofs is a thing that they do there. And the architecture looks very southern, like pastel colored houses. I don't really think it looks like Arizona, New Mexico, but I could see California. Also, like those trees in the background, like I think it's one of those 4 states. I was considering Texas, but I don't think the architecture fits too well, and also it's way too hilly for Texas. I think there's an off chance of this being Texas, but yeah, I think it's more of like one of the western three. New Mexico, I would assume, has different houses. Could be in some world. This could be, but yeah, I'm thinking more like California. Not sure which one I want to go. Like which city. Like it looks somewhat southern, but like this tree, like those trees, I would assume more like with San Francisco area. How do you say San Fran? Or San Fran. Yeah, maybe LA is the safe shout. Could Loki just be like Bakersfield or like some valley city? I'm not sure. I'm going LA. Oh wow, it was Colorado again. I didn't get that vibe from the housing. Well done on everyone that got Denver here. I think it's doable, especially like the one house that really threw me off was where was the wooden one? We were zoomed in like there was one wooden house. I think this one, I guess. Yeah, okay, with this landscape I'm not going Cali. Yeah, but I think this house looks more eastern than Cali, definitely. And those trees I couldn't really place. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Funny neighborhood. Okay, well done to Mutzix again for being in the top 3, and this time first. Well done. You can choose the next map and game mode, and Oibruff, or Weebruff actually, second, and Xiko is third. Well done. Okay. Terminus, very nice choice. Love that. So we're playing Terminus NMPZ. If you don't know the map concept, it is you will always be faced on the end of a Google Street View blue line, meaning it is most commonly a dead end or broke coverage sometimes. But yeah, you commonly found yourself in a dead end, and normally you look into the dead end. So they are very, very hard rounds and very obscure rounds often. I really like this map. It's one of my favorite maps and that exists. And we're starting with signs saying private property and warning. And we have 4 mailboxes standing in front of this driveway. And yeah, we have some pines that look like a certain type of pine. Yeah, I think many people will have an idea where this could be. Maybe very helpful for this country, besides the post boxes, might be that we have like a metal post underneath the sign with many holes in them in the post, which is very common here. And I will close the guesses in 5 seconds. So make sure to check that. Send your guesses in, is what I want to say. We get 50 guesses right now. And I will close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And guesses are being closed. Yeah, so this should be the United States again. Postbox is super common. What is interesting here is that we have lots of southern pines. Those southern pines, I mean, they are not called southern pines in real life, but in GeoGuessr they are. You can find them from like here up to here, all along the coast, and makes it hard to region guess this area. But I want to say it looks very swampy. And I was thinking maybe I would go with Louisiana. But it's not super swampy. It's like we don't have water, but it just looks wet. Maybe it's because it's winter. Might be like South Carolina, so I will try Louisiana. Okay, it was even Texas. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Guys, actually, I don't want to cope. I will cope now, but I don't want to cope. I thought about Texas because we had the most Texan pavement that is out there. You see how like this is salt and peppery and very bright. It's very, very, very Texan pavement. I just thought it's quite an overshot to send all the way Texas, but I'm happy that I at least decided to go Louisiana here. So yeah, I see all the South US guesses, but yeah, with the pavement, I think Texas is gettable, and also like it's somewhat swampy. That's why I decided to go Louisiana. Okay. That green thing is also seen in Texas. I don't know what exactly you meant, and I haven't really seen a green thing, but maybe. Okay, next round is probably broken coverage, considering we're on a main road. This shouldn't be a terminus location if it's not broken coverage. So what I mean by broken coverage is that the blue line is probably not continuous, but rather has like a small part of the road where it doesn't have coverage for maybe 2 or 3 panels, and then this location can exist in this map. Yeah, we have some small hills in the distance to the east. We have a pole top, or like a pole that is square looking with this very interesting pole top configuration. Very long middle dashes that are white, no outside lines. Quite some dark soil, so almost brown, dark brown soil. Hay bales everywhere. And we're going southeast. Yeah, so I have an idea. One thing that confuses me with my idea is this hill. It's quite hilly. It's not super flat. Okay, we have 5 seconds. Get your guesses in. Okay, I will close the guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are being closed. This looks Russian to me. The thing is, which oblast am I going? It looks very southern. We don't have a single birch. It's very open, very agricultured. So I'm not thinking north of Tambov. Should be southern. The bushes are very small. So thinking more like around Volgograd, maybe Rostov, Volgograd, maybe even Krasnodar. The thing is, I started thinking Krasnodar in the beginning because of agriculture. But in Krasnodar, you wouldn't have like those big hills, I think. And I'm not sure about the season here. If that would make sense for Krasnodar. So I'm kind of thinking this might be a Volgograd, Rostov situation. Yeah, I'm trying Volgograd. Oh, it's Penza. Is it even Saransk? That's crazy. Mordovia Republic. I would not go that northern. I think that's quite surprising to me, at least with the Russia knowledge I have. I think there are too few trees. Yeah, this direction makes a bit more sense, and there are many birch trees. So one thing that you can look out for in a round like this, if it's no move, if you have birch trees, you're normally not south of like this line here. But yeah, we didn't see that in the location, obviously, so that makes it more likely to be here. But yeah, nice guess from Elenashi. Yeah, in this case, very well done. Okay, next round. Okay, this looks very interesting. Still waiting for a DM. Okay, we have another NMPZ image that looks quite hard. Those trees look kind of needle-ish. We have like a green fence. Like a bench. Unpaved. I can see some options here. I will remove the guesses here real quick so you guys see what exactly is behind there. So there's like a green fence post. And there's a house. It's kind of hard to tell which color this is. I would say this is a white house. Actually, you can't see that. Oh, I didn't want to remove this. There. Okay, I think there might be a white house. I'm not quite sure. Just so you saw that. Okay. Try to get your guesses in. I can tell you this is not an easy round. And yeah, I'm between like 2, maybe 3 countries. Okay, I will close the guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are being closed. Boom. So I was thinking I was first in France, maybe Spain, maybe Portugal. Like, everything kind of looks French to me, but it could easily be Iberia. I'm not sure. Within France, my first thought was like Montpellier, like this area here generally on the Mediterranean coast. Could maybe be even here. Don't really think so. Yeah, Spain is also an option, Portugal also an option. I will go for France though. Makes sense to me. Yeah, and it was nice. Also right area, a bit further east, but that makes sense. Very close to Cannes. And yeah, we have some French guessers. Not too many because, yeah, obviously very hard round. But yeah, well done to Mutzix, Spluck, and Henk. Yeah, well done. And we go into the next one. Okay. This one has some more information. Again, we are playing Terminus, a very, very hard map that is not too easy to get. Or like the locations. And we have red tiled roofs, some concrete fences, some apple orchard, I think those are apples at least, concrete wall. Behind my cam there are just hills, not much more. And we have like, yeah, like a black stripe in the sky and some poplar trees. Yes, 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 that's interesting. It's very flat to the north. Yeah, I have an idea. Oh, thank you, Chpara, for the 3 bits 4 minutes ago. Appreciate it. Okay, get your guesses in. I will close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are closed. Okay, we should be in either Albania or Montenegro with this rift in the sky. Just watch out. Many beginners tend to only think Montenegro, Albania, and Senegal have rifts. In Generation 3, even though Generation 3 gets rarer and rarer nowadays, it can exist in many countries. For example, Mexico has quite a bit, and UAE. Just look out for that. But yeah, within Europe, it's very, very common within Montenegro and Albania. I would think we are in Montenegro. Albania tends to have water tanks on every single roof. We don't see a single water tank, which makes me think this is Montenegro. Also, Montenegro has more tiled roofs than Albania. So that works for both of that. Then we have a rift in the sky. Within Montenegro, there are no rifts on the coast because there's only short antenna. Rifts you only get with long antenna. I have a nice Balkan guide on my YouTube channel for that, that you can check out. So yeah, we would be in the northern part of the country, and the rifts start from Podgorica onwards. It could be Podgorica or Nikšić because that's the only 2 flat areas within this country. I'm thinking more Podgorica than Nikšić. Could be easily Nikšić though. Let's check that out. Oh, it's actually Albania. That surprised me a bit with the lack of water tanks. Maybe just too far away? It's just chimneys? Well, I guess no water tanks in this village. Here's one. Bit hidden. Yeah, not too easy. I guess the northeastern part of the country where it was has way more tiled roofs, so makes sense, but I would go myself Montenegro again. Makes more sense to me. I lost my streak. I'm kind of sad. Anyway, well done to everyone getting Albania, and we go into the next. And again, behind my cam you don't see anything, it's just woods. Again, a hard round, but yeah, that should be expected on this map. We have a garage which is tiled. We have a fence that looks somewhat green. I mean, I can remove this again for a bit if you want. Yeah. And some flowers. It's not super easy again. We have another fence here. I don't know if that's any helpful. Pavement is kind of grainy. Oh, I need to eat more. I forgot. I'm actually so hungry. Thank you for the €5 or dollar donation for Guess and Gift. He's Yessi. Very appreciated. And we will close the guesses in 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Guesses are being closed. I think this is France again. We have the same fence actually, and a very, very similar architecture. Also, we have a canal here on the side of the road. At least it kind of looks like it. It looks like the road is going down a bit, which is a very French thing to do. I'm not sure where in France, but if you have like pastel color houses with tiled roofs, you are normally like south of this line. And I kind of thought it might look like those hills here. Could be southeastern again, but let's see. Okay. Oh, very nice. Nice guess by Confuser. And everyone getting France on this one. Well done. Okay. And we have Music's winning again, but you already selected something. So now it's Spluck with the second place that can select the next map and game mode, and Monaya on third place. And here are the results for everyone else. And I'm waiting for Spluck to tell me what we should play next. Urban Roulette. I don't know this map. Let me check out what this is. I want to have at least like a normal world map. Ah! This is Oscar map. We can play that, that's funny. Okay. It's not getting easier, guys. That's one of the hardest maps that exists. So, yeah. Have fun. Take the kids to a beer fest. Are you German by any chance? Or are your kids older than 14? Nice. Okay, yeah, so we have a location that is locating. You don't know how old his kids are. He just said kids. Could be 24-year-old son or something. Okay, yeah, so we don't really see much. We see ACs. We see big skyscraper type buildings. We see a phone code, actually. I would say there's a bracket that includes the 61. If anyone has an idea what this could mean. Yeah, and otherwise we have a parking garage with a hill to the east. Get your guesses in. Closing in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And guesses are closed. Okay, so I wanted to say this looks Brazilian. Like, even before I saw the area code, I thought This might be like Rio de Janeiro, like it's just a big city, Sao Paulo. Now with the area code in brackets, that's a very Brazilian way of writing the area codes. The 61 would be Brasilia, or at least surrounding cities. I think Louisiana would also have 61. Now, the only thing that confuses me a bit is, why is there a hill and why does it look so coastal? Is this area code bait? Or, like, the map is meant to be hard, right? So this low-key might just be wrongfully placed, purposefully wrong. Like, I don't think this hill looks anything like Brasilia. I'm mistrusting this thing here, this area code, and just say this is like a container that is being imported, and I think we might be like in Sao Paulo or Rio de Janeiro. That's my logic, because I don't see those trees being Brasilia. If so, then crazy one. Okay, it's actually Brasilia. I should have trusted that one. I overcooked that one. But fair enough. That's actually Brasilia. Crazy one. Well done on everyone that knows the area code and knows that this format is Brazilian for the area codes. Kind of tough that I just didn't believe that this is real. I wanted to overcook it. I thought Oscar wouldn't put such an easy location in the map. Okay, I don't want to be mean, like for anyone that didn't get it, but like easy in the sense of there is info directly visible that tells you more or less 5k. So I thought that's just bait. Well. Okay, we have the next round, an alleyway in a big city. It looks somewhat run down, some graffiti. High voltage fences, looks like high security stuff behind this wall. Yeah, we have a car. I cannot tell you the driving side of that car. Yeah, you can use clues that I gave you during the stream already. I'm not going to hold your hand on this one. I think you guys can do it. I think it's doable with context clues. I can't... Okay, this word is, I think, connection. Or connection. Who knows? I don't know how to pronounce the word, but I think it spells out connection. Okay. I think this is gettable. Here's a gentleman doing something. And I mean, what does it say behind here? Stuff that I am not reading out on stream. Okay, get your guesses in. I'm closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And guesses are being closed. Okay, this should be, I think, South Africa. The reason behind it is the sun is in the north. We again have the sun casting a shadow to the south, so sun is north, and we kind of can see it even in this in the north. And the high voltage prison guard type fence here is the most South African thing ever. Everything just being guarded off, also the windows here being fenced off. Yeah, it's very South African thing to do. Also, license plate makes sense for South Africa. We have very wide license plates, and those you can often find in Gauteng, in Free State, yes, and also in Western Cape, if I remember correctly. So I'm not sure if this is Cape Town or if it's Pretoria, Joburg. I'm thinking more Pret or Joburg. Let's check the grid. So we're going like slightly east, northeast. Yeah, so that fits perfectly with the downtown Joburg cluster. Let's check for the Pret one. That fits even better. So I'm thinking we might be here in Pretoria. We have a high rise to the east. And we're going one way driving. Is it a one-way road? It might not actually be a one-way road. But yeah, I think like this area here, maybe we're actually driving the other way. Possible. This area makes perfect sense to me. And I'm trying this. Okay, it's actually Durban. That's crazy. Yeah, the grid is the exact same. The license plates I would accept for Eastern Cape, or expect for Eastern Cape would be a different one. because normally the Eastern Cape license plate looks like this, which has like green at the bottom and has an elephant on it. But that wasn't Eastern Cape. So yeah, kind of rough, very hard to see from the license plate distance. But well done, Musiks. Very, very cool to get a Durban here. And next round. And yeah, this is not that urban for a map called Urban Roulette. This is just a hard round. A room full of eternal health. External. No, eternal as well. It's forever here. You can always redeem that I show you some license plate here. Yeah, so this round looks fairly hard. What do we have? I show you behind this, like there's stacks of hay. We have some fence that is made out of wood, and there's like concrete in between. Okay, get your guesses in. I'm closing in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a pretty hard round, not gonna lie. I was thinking the whole time this might be Cambodia, maybe Thailand, but I have like the small, I feel like there's an off chance for Mexico here. Nah, I'm thinking Cambodia is probably the best guess. Okay, within Cambodia I would go fairly eastern or northern, because it looks so rural. I was thinking maybe Ban Lung. Around Ban Lung there are many side roads. Yeah, so I'm thinking might be Ban Lung, but it is Thailand. I considered, as I told you guys, but I think Thailand is very rare to have Gen 3. Most of the countries nowadays covered by Gen 4, so you always tend to go Cambodia or even Laos. I like that guess as well. But yeah, nice for everyone that got Southeast Asia. It's not super easy. Yeah, now you shouldn't use sun if it's very close to the equator, not gonna lie. Especially, okay, again, I told you before, guys, but yeah, if you are around, like in a tropical area, sun is very, baity, and also sun is clearly setting here. Like the shadow is so long that sunset is very hard to distinguish as well. Yeah, and here it's like western, so straight west, could be anywhere. Okay, next one. Okay, this looks urban. Very interesting round. We have some bollard type things. Okay, I need to lean in to maybe tell anything on those stickers here. I find this interesting. Yo, thank you Umo for the raid, huge. We're currently doing some chat guesser and in the whole framing of Guess and Give. Guess and Give is charity event organized by Forge and many others that where we collect money for charity and just have a fun time by playing some things. Ah, Nummernschild. Linke an der Wand, oben das dritte. Give me more detail. It's kind of hard to tell. I will look into that after. Okay, guesses. Please get your guesses in. The number plate, I'm not quite sure, Lasse, what you exactly mean. Which one? I will close the guesses in 3, 2, 1, and guesses are being closed. Okay, so I'm thinking this looks very, very German. Just everything about this location screams Germany to me. Being a German, I guess that just feels like it. But I think the curve and like the pavement and the road and I don't know. And then I spotted in the distance this sign, which I think is black with a white outline, which would be the city-specific signs for Düsseldorf. The thing is, I don't think I recognize this. Like, as you know, I grew up around Düsseldorf. I've never seen this before. So that's why I was confused the whole time. Like, I think it should be Düsseldorf, I just don't know this building. And it looks very distinct. And also this logo, low-key looks like Kickers Offenbach or something. So now I am very confused. It might be that we are close to the uni, or like if you go like from Derendorf, like here around the uni, there are like buildings like this. Not quite sure. Might be. Let's just try that. Okay, it wasn't. It was actually Hamburg. The city's. I mean, yeah, makes sense why I didn't recognize it, but the street sign looked so much like Düsseldorf. I kind of want to see this now. Because I could swear this was... it's blue. Oh my god. Yeah, it's very, very hard to recognize from there. Yeah, if this would be black, then that would be Düsseldorf. Okay, but yeah, nice guesses for the guys that got Hamburg. I think we will have quite some people from Hamburg in the chat. So... Grüße gehen raus. And we go in the 5th and final round, and I'm reading what exactly Lasse redeemed. 2 über dem, dieses mit blau oben, weiß, Mitte, unten braun. 2 über dem grünen. So, ich meine hier 2 über den grünen. Blau oben, weiß Mitte und braun. Das. Okay, so for Lasse, here is your Utah license plate. That's, or as I call it, the Hatu plate. Yeah, it's very, very cool. And it's very good to recognize in GeoGuessr. Yeah, I have the camera mirrored. But yeah, looks very cool, good for GeoGuessr as well. And this is one of the cleanest plates I even have. Like, this looks almost brand new, almost unused. So that's pretty dope. Okay, I didn't look a single second at this round. Let me make sure that I get a vibe as well, but I think that should be doable. Okay. I tell you, behind the cam there's literally nothing. Like, this just continues. I don't see any text anywhere. There is literally nothing. I mean, that's 24 Google copyright. As you also can see here or here. Okay, get your guesses in. I will close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are being closed. Yeah, this should just be Japan. I mean, we are in a tracker, so it's not really low cam, but we are still in low cam. This person is very Japanese looking. It's very tidy, it's very clean. It's just the most Japanese vibe that I've seen. Well, that's possible. We have a railway to the west, assuming this is a very big city. To be honest, could be anywhere in the country. I think it would be intelligent to just go Tokyo because chances are highest, but easily could this be Nagoya or Osaka or whatever. Or even Fukuoka. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that tells you Fukuoka apart in this case from anything else. I love that we have South Korea as the 4th closest guess. That's kind of funny. Well done on anyone that got Japan, quite a lot. And who won the game? Musix won his own pick, and 2nd place is Superhorst Ove, und 3rd place is Ellie. Very well done. And with that, Superhorst Uwe can pick the next map with quite a lovely name. Okay, and there was a redeem unter dem, was du gerade gezeigt hast. Okay, so next plate is the... Next plate that was redeemed is... Yeah, it has to be a world map. And also like quite a normal-ish one. Next one is Georgia. The old Georgia plate, right? Or is it the new one? I always forget. I think it's the old Georgia. The prettier one with the beaches and like the nice sunset, which is quite cool. Very nice. Okay, did Superhorst Uwe select anything? If not, I will just choose something. No move, ACW. Alright, we get an easy map again. Let's go, guys. We get some easy no move action for everyone that was struggling with the last few picks because there was a lot of NMPZ super hard maps. Now it should be a bit more doable. Okay, so we're starting off with probably left side driving and quite some small hills, not too many trees. If there are trees, they're like planted in clusters. Actually, there are quite some trees in this direction. It says something here. I can't really read it. You can try to do it. I would say context clue wise, this would say trails. Maybe forest trails. Can't really read. There's a bin. There's a fence. There's a car. There's a license plate on that car. And there's a gate. Okay. And we have a fence, as I mentioned before, and like small hills. Ah, there's a hut even. Okay. Or like some architecture to work with. Yeah, looks gray roof. Can't really tell the framing of the building, what color that is. Yeah, otherwise very flat. Okay, Ritz, please keep your guesses for yourself, or obviously guess on the map. Don't write anything in chat, that will just result in a ban. At mod, please just remove or time out maybe for a minute. That would be quite nice. Thank you. Okay. Get your guesses in, and we will close in 5, 4, 3. The Ritz guy just writing in stuff in chat. Just remove the message. That would be appreciated. Okay. So yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's close the guesses. And this should be Scotland. First of all, we're driving left, which makes it UK or Ireland, or Malta, I guess. But yeah, with that landscape, UK or Ireland. Within Europe, we have this type of fence, which is not rounded along the edges. In Ireland, you would expect a rounded fence. And most importantly, we have this sign here, which is the sign from the back for passing place. And those passing place signs are exclusive to Scotland. So if you have that sign, you will be in Scotland. And if it's so flat, it should either be around Edinburgh and Glasgow, or maybe easternmost east coast, but it looks way more like Glasgow, Edinburgh area. So I assume we're here. Oh wow, it's easternmost east coast. That's crazy. Makes sense though. Very nice guess here from Confuser. Gettable, but I didn't catch that vibe. I will just quickly show you guys the passing place sign, because as mentioned, it's a very helpful thing to know for Scotland. And this is this sign from the front. Maybe it's in old coverage visible. Not even there. That's funny. Okay. Anyway, this sign is also exclusive to Scotland, just from the back. Normally it says passing place from the front. That's kind of baity because it doesn't say anything. So then you know you're in Scotland. Okay. Oops, I didn't want to immediately pan. Very picturesque, beautiful, small town. Okay, yeah, where do I start? We zoom in and it says Altes Bezirksgericht Grundlsee. And there's a Pennymarkt and Gösser. And those are the signs that you can find here. And Kaffee- und Tortenboutique Anna Jochel. What do they have today? Can't really read that. What else do we have? You can play Lotto here. Parking is only allowed from this time to this time. There are cars, Rastel, Bad Aussee. Gwant Bad Aussee is maybe helpful. We have a mountain to the south, some interesting architecture with wooden framing on top, white at the bottom. We even have some bollards. Here. And Dachlawine. Sure thing. Very beautiful church. Oh, and there's a huge mountain to the west as well. Yeah, try to get your guesses in. Das gute Leben. A bus stop. Gasthof. And guesses will be closed in 5, 4. Wait, what does it say? Willkommen in der Kulturhauptstadt. Kunst immer mit Franco in Spanien. Corona weltweit. Okay. Okay, guesses will be closed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And guesses are closed. Okay, so I think we are in Bad Aussee in Austria. I don't know where Bad Aussee is. Austria. If you want to have linguistical clues, Austrian words tend to end with L, which in German, normal German, doesn't really happen. Also here, Grundl, which is in kind of every single thing here. Jochel, yeah, that's very Austrian. And the signs look different to German signs. I don't know, like, yeah, just learn the differences. They look different. And yeah, in Austria also, maybe another clue, if you see a framing around the license plate which looks kind of pinkish, maybe red, that's also Austrian. In Slovenia you would see like a slight green framing, because yeah, license plates on the edges in Austria are red and in Slovenia they are green. So that's a good clue. We have mountains all along. I don't know Grundlsee, neither do I know Bad Aussee, but I could assume it's here. Oh my god, that was a zoom, not gonna lie, that's crazy. And here's Grundlsee. I just had a region guess and kind of zoomed in, and the first thing I see is Bad Aussee. That's kind of nice. And yeah, we are in the center of town. Okay, I might be blind. This doesn't really line up. Maybe here is the church not mapped. Das Café, kleine Café am Meranplatz, that kind of works out, I guess. Should be 5K. But yeah, that's a nice method to differentiate Germany and Austria. Also, Austria has way more mountains. And yeah, the region guess was just, I don't know, big mountains, but also small hills visible. It's like very like this area and not so much this area. Okay, well done. Next round. And we start off very sandy. And yeah, it's very sandy, very flat. We have this car, if that helps anyone. We have those trees, and I will give you the town names in a second. We are in a town somewhere, and we will be in between Nkang and Hulunzi. Kinda hard to tell what exactly is written there, but those are the town names that we are given. And there's a Y split to the northwest. But Aussee. That makes sense because there's a double S. Good to know. Thank you. Yeah, very, very sandy. And flat. Those trees. And I give you the places again for anyone that wants to scan. Hulunzi and Nkang. And I will repeat, if you are Googling, you're just boring and you don't impress anyone. And generally in rounds where there's written info, I don't tend to read out names because many people want to cheat to be named and I don't want to do that. So yeah, if you are Googling, you are cringe, and if that ever comes out, you will get a ban. So don't do that. Road angle I give you again. We are going northwestern and we end up in a Y split, and to the southeast, I can't really tell. I think it's bending south. That's the angle. Okay, time's over. Get your guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the guesses are being closed. Bing bong and bing bong. And I still see more people getting in. Okay, closed. Okay, Hulunzi and Nkang. I don't really know that, but if it's very, very sunny in Botswana, which is you're normally like in this western side. So I try and scan here. Here's Hukunzi, it's actually good to know. And Hukunzi is to the southeast, and Nkang is to the west. That is here. So we would probably be in this town, and this looks like 5k because it splits off there in Monong. And that's how easy 5k is. Nice. Well done everyone that got it, and well done everyone that got Botswana. Yeah, this seat is quite easy so far. It's like no move 25k. Okay, then we start in the next round, and I will explain to Lorenz how GeoGuessr works in German. So everyone in German also understands it. Jeder kann durch den Link, der im Chat jetzt gerade gepostet wurde, CG, einmal die Map öffnen, kann jeder, der im Chat ist, mitgessen, und am Ende sehen wir dann, wer wo gegessen hat. Sehr, sehr interaktiv. Das macht sehr großen Spaß. Einmal entweder da anmelden oder den Link, den man kriegt, wenn man auf die Karte drückt, in den Chat rein kopieren. Und so spielt man selber mit. Und so kann jeder mitmachen. Macht großen Spaß. Und so haben damals die ganzen Leute, die mit GeoGuessr zu meiner Generation angefangen haben, GeoGuessr gelernt. Alright, now I will show you more stuff in this round. So we are having a very notable car blur here. We have white outside lines, yellow middle line, single yellow middle line. I want to add with a very fancy fence that is made out of many trees or wood parts here. That's what I wanted to say. There's some text on it that can get you the region. Maybe even more than that. Possible. And there's some more text if that helps anyone. Yes. Okay. Alright, so we're driving on the right side of the road. It's very hilly. It's a very, very straight road, but with some bumps. Otherwise, it's very dry. We have poles that are made out of concrete and very round. And that's the bus stop sign. And I give you 5 more seconds to guess. Get your guesses in. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the guesses are being closed. So this should be Panama. Panama, very notably, immer this has this truck here. But also Panama is very easy to recognize based on they only drove in this country once within 1 month. So the whole country, or let's say 90% of the country, do look like this. It's just dry, hilly landscape with this season. So it's very easy to spot Panama. And as I mentioned in Mexico before, Central America mainly uses single yellow middle lines and not double yellow middle lines, as we see also in this example. And thank you for the $10, Jen, for Guess and Give. Very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. And yeah, so that's all Panama. And Panama normally tends to be like a bit more flat and hilly around, like smaller hills in this part, bigger hills in this part, and yeah, here's like super flat somewhere. So I'm thinking like Santiago or maybe this peninsula. Let's see. Okay, it was this peninsula. Okay, well done on anyone or everyone that got Panama here. And I want to mention something that Forge just wrote in chat. If you want to win GeoGuessr Pro for 1 year, you should take part in the giveaway. So make sure to type in !giveaway in the chat and follow the link to enter in the giveaway, where you can win 1 year of GeoGuessr Pro that is given away by GeoGuessr. So if you want to win GeoGuessr Pro for a year, just take part in this giveaway, and I will draw in, I think, 20 minutes. I will draw 4 lucky winners that will get the 1 year subscription of GeoGuessr. So yeah, make sure to do that as well, that you sign up there to get your GeoGuessr Pro. Okay, next round. This is literally the most ACW seat in existence. We have this beautiful car here. We have those bollards that are very fun. And we have this language. Is there anything more written on that? I can't really see. We see there's a huge line of cars going northeast off from this road, which goes northwest. Yeah, like, there's so many cars. It's actually crazy. That's probably the most cars I've ever seen in this country. Landscape-wise, it's very, very barren again. Small hills in the distance, maybe a bit bigger hills actually. But yeah, it's generally barren and not much going on. And there's a gas station where people fuel up, and this is actually a fascinating location. Yes, make sure to click on the link and fill out the form. Not just click on the link and you take part of the giveaway if you sign up in the form. Exactly. Okay, there it actually says something. Can't really read that, and also there, very hard to see what exactly is written there. You have 5 more seconds until I close, so get your guesses in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are closed. Okay, so we should be in Mongolia. Generation 4 Mongolia is quite new-ish. There's only so much. It's only in the western half of the country, and only like 2 main roads pretty much. And this one is, I find it so surprising that it's so like full of cars here. Does that mean we're like downtown Ulaanbaatar, or I'm not sure. Could be that we're like here-ish somewhere, I'm not sure. But yeah, otherwise I was thinking more like, I don't know, more west. Maybe it's like Loon. I think there are some cars, maybe it's like here. I don't know. The angle doesn't really work. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any angle that works, but should be fine. Okay, nice steady defeat for being closest. Why is there so much traffic going on here? Like, it's actually crazy. Yeah, funny. Like, there's not really a big settlement. Like, Kakurin, I guess? I think that even said Kakurin on a couple of signs. I just didn't think of any of it. Okay, but yeah, well done anyone that got Mongolia, and well done to Gen 4 for the win. And you can select the probably last map that we can play today. And yeah, GG's to Dilmkr, very Welsh name, love that, for second place, and Zen for the third one. Varied World No Move as the last, probably last map. Varied world. And then after that, we get the giveaway going. So yeah, again, try to sign up for the giveaway. Okay, next round, very urban round again. So a lot of stuff happening here. Yeah, we're driving left. We have like this license plate, a lot of motorbikes, this type of architecture. I will try to read out stuff for you if it helps you. I would say this sign does not help. I would say this sign also does not help. And this one also does not help. I mean, except language maybe. I just want to help the guys that might want to get closer than just the country. Yeah, I don't think there's much written info, if I see that correctly. Okay, we have something that might indicate a country here. This is the pole top. There's a food truck saying goreng. Is there anything else? Like there's a roof that we see here. There's another roof. Yeah. I have an idea what this could be. Does it say anything else on here? Trying to find anything that is actually like a good giveaway. I'm not really seeing anything that is a clear giveaway. Okay, yeah. This is the vibe for you. We actually have this white car with 23 copyright. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I have an idea now. Yeah, try to get your guesses in. You have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And guesses are being closed. Bing bong. Okay, so this should be Indonesia, as the flag indicates, the language and yeah, everything. I was thinking this is Sulawesi. Sulawesi often has those flaps on the roof where like there's a triangle roof and then like it flattens out a bit, the lower part of the roof. And also this horizontal pattern in the roof is very, very common. And not just Sulawesi, but rather like southern Sulawesi. So you find it pretty much only in West Sulawesi, South Sulawesi, and Southeast Sulawesi. The thing is, it looks very weird. And then I noticed we have white car 23. White car in Indonesia, extremely rare. But where you get that a lot is in like this area in between. That's kind of like the only area actually where I can think of. So I'm thinking we might be in Palopo or like Wotu. And I noticed we have like some hills to the west. So it could be like here-ish. Not 100% sold because it's like going east-west and that's kind of weird. But it could be like a town here somewhere. Wouldn't be totally opposed of that. I'm quickly scanning for 5K, just so bear with me for a second. Yeah, okay, I think I give it up. Yeah, let's see. Okay, Kendari also has it. That's interesting. I didn't know that this car exists in Kendari. Because originally I was thinking about like here pretty much, which would be closer. But anyway, very well done for everyone that got Sulawesi with the architecture here, which was the best indication. And everyone else getting Indonesia, very well done. Okay, next round. And this one looks also very interesting. Very cool steep mountains. This must go in my map. Okay, we have some language here. If you can make that out. I'm not going to read it out because I can't really read it. Okay, but yeah, we have some rock formations. We have some wall here. We have like a pipe along the road. This is how the sky looks like with this antenna. Yeah, very like interesting pavement as well. There's a guardrail back there. And I think there's yeah, there's a chance of getting this. It's not super easy. I can show you the language again. Okay. Interesting round, I must say. I don't think this is easy, so don't be too hard on yourself. The sun, I would say it's like here, so like west, but again it looks like afternoon, so don't necessarily trust the sun. Yeah, but like I would say it's like somewhat west southwest. Okay, try to get your guesses in. I'm closing in 5 4 3 2 1, and guesses are closed. Okay, I must say I spawned in, I thought immediately Albania, maybe Montenegro. But then I looked at this guardrail, and this guardrail is, I mean, it exists definitely in Montenegro, maybe even in Albania, but I thought, like as I said in the beginning of the stream, if you have like a striped guardrail, it's very common in like Russia, I guess we had it in Kazakhstan, but you also find it often in Bulgaria and Romania, and I kind of thought that this might be Romania. If it's Romania, it's a super hard hand-picked location. I don't know, it just kind of reminded me. And like this language doesn't look Slavic. I'm not sure. Like I can't tell what it exactly says, but it at least doesn't look Slavic. So I would count out Albania, Montenegro. Albania might be an option, but it doesn't really look like Albanian, right? I'm very confused by this location. As if this is Romania, I was thinking like Danube surrounding. Like this area has like steep cliffs, so maybe here somewhere. Okay, nice. I got Romania on that. That's not an easy Romania, so yeah, don't go too hard on yourself. I think that was very tricky. But I'm very happy that I got that, not gonna lie. That is well done by the top 3 of us that got Romania. And we go in the next round. Yeah, definitely backseeking world lock. That needs to be added. Okay. Next round, and we spawn in a semi-urban area. Before I look around, because there will be more info, I hope that you can already solve the country 50-50 that might occur just by this sign. If you watch my YouTube shorts or TikToks, you know. If you know, you know. And now we look around to some more. So it's very flat, very, yeah, commercial, the neighborhood here. And there's a bin, and here is more info that might help you. Michael Jordan and Arid is written on the sign. And here we have Plombury, CL Langlois. And it says 450 and 514, maybe as an area code. Rifsut, I mean, obviously, and Weil St. Laurent. And here it also says even more. And now we go in this grid to the northeast, and we have a main road to the north and to the south, like a semi-big, and there's a highway actually. And yeah, we are on Michel Jourdan. So yeah, that's the road angle. Slightly north-northeast. Almost northeast, but slightly north-northeast. And maybe this helps. Okay, I will close the guesses in 5 4 3 2 1, and guesses are closed. I expect at least 5 more people getting in last second. Okay, and guesses are closed. Okay, so we should be in Quebec in Canada with the Arrête sign, but I wanted to tell you guys, if you are between the US and Canada 50-50 and you have a black outline, you're most commonly in the country of Canada, and if it's a red outline, you're most commonly in the US. Okay, we are in Quebec, and it says on the sign Longueuil, what was it? Longueuil. That's actually a big town, and I kind of forgot where that actually is. That's kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie. Wait, we had an area code, right? 450 R. No. Wait, R. What was 5 again? L R L S. So it should be around Montreal, and Longueuil is here. Okay. Michel Jourdan, and we have a highway to the south. So we should be probably around like an area here. I don't immediately see it. I give it a few more seconds to scan for it, otherwise I don't need to. Okay, I'm not seeing it. That's totally. I kind of want to scan for a second here. Nah, okay, I don't see it. Okay, yeah, it makes sense that it's just Montreal proper and not in Longueuil. The truck can, of course, move. Well done on everyone that got Montreal, probably based on the area code, and everyone that got Canada. Okay, next round. And this looks interesting. Very rural. There's some architecture back here that on itself should already give a good clue. But we also have this here. Maybe that helps someone. I will just show you that for a second before we move along again. So we have a big lake to the east. And yeah, this architecture, white facades and yeah, slate roofs almost. It's very interesting. This sign, this green fence. There's a football pitch. Anything in this direction? I don't see anything. You could say there's a very big canal on the side of the road here to the south. Yeah, I can't really read this. There's a bin. And yeah, I'll give you that again, if that helps you. And again, I just repeat, if you Google, you're cringe. Okay, so this is the shape of the lake as well, which is kind of cool. Okay, I give you 5 more seconds to get your guess in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get your guesses in. And make sure to use the last seconds to sign up for the giveaway of the 1-year GeoGuessr Pro subscription with ! giveaway. You get a link where you can sign up. So use that because we will draw the winners in 5 minutes. Okay, then I will close the guesses. So we should be in France, which makes sense because we have French here. Nah, but also the architecture with the black houses or black roofs and white facade is like a very Norman or Breton thing to do, like Normandy and Brittany. It's very flat, so I don't really think it looks like Brittany. It might be Brittany, but Parc du Trocadero, that sounds not French, if you get what I mean. It might be Norman, but it might be Breton. I'm not sure. Could be. Why did I say could be so French? Anyway, I'm just scanning some bigger towns real quick in Brittany if I might see the outline of the lake, and I couldn't do that. Okay, then I just quickly check if in Normandy there's anything, because I think it will be scannable. I think there might be a 5K or 2 that are also legit. I think it's doable. Okay, I'm not seeing it. I'm just hedging a bit in Rennes. And okay, it was... Okay, that's a very small town probably. Yeah, that's actually a very, very small lake that has been found there. Okay, then we go in the last round of the day. And yeah, exactly. If you want to join the giveaway, click the link, put your information in, and then you are registered. The giveaway will be in 3 minutes. Make sure to do that if you want to win GeoGuessr Pro. Okay, so this is the last location. And for any enjoyers of my stream that have been here a bit more often, they know this is pretty based this year. Cool country. And yeah, the real ones, they know. So we have very interesting camera, not the best quality, some might say. We have a pole that is meshed metal and is yellow, which is very interesting. This is very cool, the yellow pole. And otherwise we have like some olive trees along the road. Whole plantation back here. There to the southwest it gets pretty flat, and then there's a hill, maybe canyon, I'm not quite sure, can't really tell. And there are like hills on the houses on the hills in the back. And yeah, make sure to get your guesses in. That way you can still win the whole game or something. Okay, then we start in guesses are closed in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And guesses are being closed. Okay, so this is Lebanon. Many people don't even know this country has coverage. Reason is that this country only has shit cam, so this horrible camera where you don't see shit when you zoom in. That's why it's called shit cam. Also Lebanon, fun clue, has yellow meshed metal poles, which is super cool. And is the only country that has those poles. And it has a very Mediterranean look with all those olive trees. And yeah, it's a very beautiful country, as we saw while I was mapping Bergziehen World. It's one of the most beautiful countries, or like one of the most surprising countries that we had. It has so many cool areas for such a small country. It's very diverse for its size. So yeah, we should be in Lebanon. And well done anyone that got Lebanon. Yeah, easily distinguishable just by the camera quality. But if you don't know it exists, then obviously it's hard. But also yellow poles. That's very unique for Lebanon. And we finish it off with a win for Dornteufel and Mutzix, and is second, and Apan Sarangi is third. Well done. Okay, Forge. Are we already ready for the giveaway? I think that would be perfect timing if we get that now. If it still takes a minute, then that's also fine. Putting the wheel together now. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so... Oh, thank you, Anonymous, for the $8 donation for Guess and Give. Very based. And I wanted to ask you guys, because on my stream you often don't really see Chat Guesser. Do you want to see that more often? I think it was quite fun, wasn't it? I think we can do this more often. It's very interactive as well. Also then in the future in German, obviously. Just today, because of the restream, we did it in English. Normally I will obviously stream in German in the future. And for anyone that hasn't been following yet, I would very highly appreciate if you can leave a follow. I'm streaming at least 3 times a week, I would say, and I do daily uploads on YouTube and YouTube Shorts and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, I am ready to get the winners of the 1-year GeoGuessr Pro subscription. And drum roll, please, guys. I want everyone to be ready. Drum rolls, drum rolls. Who will be the first lucky winner? As I said, there are 4 winners. So, yeah, you have 4 chances to win. Okay, then let's go. I will start spinning the wheel. Actually, I will remove the background music and open up the other wheel. Where's it? Okay, I think this is... Okay, let's go! And... that was close to a teeny. Eddie, I think, congratulations for the first win of the year of GeoGuessr Pro. Just to make sure, Forge, I will remove the name, right? So we can respin and it's not the same person. Is that correct? Okay, I will remove. And guys, next spin, we still have 3 more spins to spin. So we start the spin. Drum rolls again. We need to keep the energy high. It could be you that wins. You exactly. Okay, let's go. Such a banger. What? Domina. I think I know this name, at least from chat. I heard that before. Congratulations for your 1 year of GeoGuessr Pro. Well done, well done. That is Dom. I mean, the name, I can just read out what's written there. Okay, remove. And we still have 2 more spins to go. So make sure to drum roll again. Okay. I know, okay. Then drum roll. And and the next winner is Svandus. Svendats, however you pronounce that. Congratulations for your 1 year of GeoGuessr Pro. Guys, and now for the final spin. I need everyone to drum roll this. Just copy and paste the drum with the drumstick emotes in the whole chat. Spam it. Who will be the final winner? Who will be the final winner? Who will get the last, or the last for this roll? There will be more to give away in future streams, but for this one, the last winner will be known after the spin. Boom. And it is Guidings. Congratulations to Guidings for the final GeoGuessr Pro subscription for a year. Congratulations to anyone that, or everyone that won. And yeah, that is going to be, I think it's going to be it already, right? I mean, we have 5 more minutes actually. So we can do one more thing, and that's actually pretty fun. Wait, let me do that. We do a last round of Chat Guesser, but wait, what is this sound? Okay, I think you don't hear that on stream. I hear that though. Yeah, so for the final thing that we do... Wait, do you hear that? I'm so confused. I was... Okay. Okay, you don't hear that. Now, for the final round, we do NMPZ, Random Pen and Zoom World, because that's very fun, and we do that for... wait, where was that? There. Random Pen and Zoom World, and we only do that for 20 seconds, so as soon as you see the frame, you immediately guess. Okay? So you see, you think for 5 seconds, you guess. Okay? Got it? Good. So we see the frame. Where's it? Round delay, 1 second is okay. Blink mode, not. And we start the round, and I set up that it will only... Okay, anyway, I will close the guesses after a very short time. I don't know where I do that. Here? Okay. Get your guesses in. I will close in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and the guesses are being... I just wait a few seconds because some people have bad internet. Just guess anywhere. Okay. And guesses are being closed. Good. Okay, so this is a very hard round. We have 22 copyright with Generation 4 camera, and I think the sun is to the south. 22 copyright makes sense maybe with Slovakia. I'm guessing Slovakia on this. And it is Senegal. Good job on Ellie and Geo Big Brock for getting Senegal on this. This is a crazy one. Well done. And we go with the next one. And be focused. We don't have much time. That's why we just speed it up. We have 2 more minutes. So get your guesses in. You see the round? Get your guesses in. Boom, boom, boom. I will close the guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And guesses are closed. Okay. This looks like a South African road line. I think this is South Africa, and that's why we go maybe here. And that was a very, very good region guess. I'm very happy with that one. And we go next. Okay, 20 seconds, guys, maximum. You see the round, you guess. Okay, I will close the guesses in 5, 4, 3, 2, and guesses are closed. Okay, this is a very hard one. I don't even know what this is. I'm going with Mexico. I have no idea. Wow, that was a bad guess. Okay, it was Slovenia. Well done on the Croatia getters, at least. That's close by. Okay, second to last round. And this is way more doable. You have a few seconds left, but I think people can get this. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and guesses are being closed. Okay, this should be Japan, and we have the bollard that is hexagonal, and underneath we have I think a red band, and I think that's exclusive to Aomori. I'm not 100% sure, but the hex bollard is only found in Tohoku, so northern Japan. Okay, that wasn't a hex bollard. Never mind. Tough luck. I thought it was a hex bollard. Good job on everyone that got Japan. And we start with the last round. And this is a very, very nice ending to this whole stream. I must say, this is a perfect round. Who knows this poll? Who was in this stream today? Okay, we finish. Okay, the guesses are closed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And guesses are closed. Okay, so everyone that was here for the whole stream knows that this is a Vietnamese poll that also exists in Cambodia, but with Generation 4. Only in Vietnam, we also have the 25 copyright. And I think if it's like this poll, it is mostly found in southern Vietnam, so the southern half. So yeah, you guys had a learning today. This is a Vietnamese poll top. And everyone that got it now can be proud of themselves. Nice, and it also was southern Vietnam, and very well done, everyone that got that. And the total winner is for a final is my beautiful girlfriend, Ellie. So also a very, very nice ending. That was lovely. And now, guys, we will rate Dickie McKay, who's the next one in line for the stream marathon, which is super, 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 super cool what she's doing. What is he doing today? I don't know. But it's very cool that this is going on. So just stay in chat. Lurk for the whole time. It helps everyone out. And we need to have a nice rate message. So first of all, we are rating. And yeah, I think I have /rate1. No, !rate1. I think I have like a... Do I have a message? Yeah, exactly. I have a rate message and I have a sub-rate message. Yeah, exactly. So if you are non-sub, use the first rate message. If you are subbed, then use the second rate message. And I appreciate every single one who was here today. It was quite lovely. And I wish you all a very nice afternoon, evening, I guess it is now, and weekend. And we hear and see each other some other day. I will stream tomorrow again. But yeah, stay with Dickie for now. And he's doing some party games with chat as well. So see you guys. Bye-bye.